supposed to read that. Good evening, boys. Good afternoon. Crazy day here in college football land. We obviously we had the hiring of Jon Sumrall today to the Florida Gators, which we'll be talking about. Your chance, the fans now, opportunity to call in. Let us know how you feel of the hire, what's going on. We've got the Lane Kiffin files happening, which is chaos. I mean, boy, oh boy, this is what I love.
Mary Capey just sliding in everybody.
We got to be careful. They sued everybody. We got to be careful saying her name. I don't want to play that fire, bro. This right here. So listen, let me read this comment. So you guys starting the show trashing our new coach tonight like you did the last two shows? Do you know I got blocked on Twitter today because of my support for Summerall? Like, what? Bro, yeah. I get it. This is what I hate about the chaos. These are the things that I don't like because I don't know. I don't even remember what I said, but I don't feel like it was we trashed at all. I don't recall that at all. I think we took a very healthy approach to this situation.
That's funny because that's not the tweet I got. I got that we're paid spokesperson.
I don't know. But now here's the thing. You need to call in and yell at me. And you believe in it. I don't know. I'm excited. Look, I think there's a lot of good things and a lot of things to be concerned of. The big thing we talked about was where does he go? Where do they hire?
Yeah.
There's a lot of buzz. Again, I think
the most important thing is, I was kind of debating moving down to Florida. I lost a realtor today. It was kind of sad.
You lost a yeah. He was upset. I don't know. That was a lot of anger directed towards us today, which was it's par for the course. We're kind of used to it at this point. But let's get after it. Gator Gang, what's up, man? How we feeling, buddy?
What's going on, man? How y'all doing, boys?
Doing well, man. Doing well. How we feeling?
Man, I really don't know how to feel. I'm more like y'all. I'm more pissed about the way that it went down than who we actually got. Like I've been telling guys in the Discord, though, I've been here for 30 plus years, man. So I've seen everything from championships to the fucking struggle bus. So like we're sitting on bricks on like the bus is sitting on bricks, man. So at any given time, I've seen the worst of it and I've seen the best of it. I was planning on coming down to the spring game, hoping Lane was going to be there, signatures, all of that. I'm still thinking about coming down, but I'm more so reserved until I see how he feels out this staff. Because if you're going to tell me that you're going to bring all your buddies over from fucking Tulane, I'm not down with no shit like that, bro. Like, you're not going to be able to sell me on nothing like that. So.
Yeah, again, I think that's where that's a healthy way to look at it. I was talking to my buddy today. I said the bad part about it is Gator fans, we're still very burned on how the entire situation was with the Kiffin thing, right? Like we all are saving bookmarks. We're talking to LSU fans. We're chirping. Everyone's saying like, "Hey, we're good to go." And LSU's like, "You guys are a week behind." We're like, "No, we're not." Showing up, we're a month behind. And so all that's going down. We get absolutely sideswiped, and they're like, "Hey, here's your new coach," and it's like, brother, read the room. Give us a minute to have some mourning here of the situation. So it's a little, touch and go again. I don't know. People are upset. Felt like we were talking shit. I don't know where that came from, but here we are.
Wow.
I really think that y'all took more of a reasonable fucking approach to it, man. Like, I'm not gonna shit on a guy who really didn't have anything to do with it besides accepting a job. Like
Sure.
UF came to him. He turned down Auburn for this, bro. Like y'all kick rocks. UF just called, so like I'm over here now. So he took the bigger opportunity, and we can't fault him for that. If you want to investigate anybody, investigate Condren's hoe ass, because what is he doing, bro? How much control does a booster actually have in this program?
All.
That's going to be I'm hoping there is some clarity on that. Look, I don't know if he had a control or not. I think I genuinely don't know. It feels like this was a Strickland move, given how some of the boosters have responded. To be quite honest with you, I think Gary may have just known with it and probably was able to accept it faster. I honestly don't know. I don't know anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, it just pisses me. I'm like Cody this morning, though. It just pisses me off to think that you're going to sit here and you want me to believe that one message board post from Jason Higdon's board really just threw Lane off. Has he seen how any of the other fan bases has talked about him like recently?
I don't think that's factual.
Yeah,
I
again,
just
I
don't believe
I
it.
said some of the things that guy said. I do believe they are inflated, and I do believe that was one of those things. I feel like there was more to it, and I'm starting to think that it was more of a GM issue than that was led on to believe, to be quite honest with you. But I get it, gang. I appreciate big guy as always, man. Go Gators. Good seeing you.
All right, man. Go Gators. Y'all too. Have a good night, boys.
Have a good one.
Be good, man. Lance, what's up, man?
Hey, what up, boys? How y'all doing?
Doing well, man. How are you?
Doing all right. Hey, so, I don't know how to feel it because I didn't really watch Tulane play, so I can't really say, like, I know the man's game or anything. So I'm excited, but I'm a little, testing the waters type thing. I'm not mad at it, I am mad how the, Lane Kiffin thing went down. We all wanted him, but in all reality, how it's going down now, dude's a drama queen. We don't really want that. We don't want that toxicness, man. Like, but if he hires a really good like offensive defensive coordinator, and we already got our GM, so we gotta fill it out, man. That's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, I said it earlier today. I go, look, here's my thing. We've got a cool, unique situation that I wasn't really in tune with last time. When we got Billy, I was very new to this. I mean, I was literally riding the wave. And so this time, and I said it on on the second show I did today when the Lane Kiffin news dropped, we've got 4 major programs: Arkansas, Auburn, LSU, and Florida. Virginia Tech, too. I mean, we'll compare us to them.
I don't know what Penn State's doing.
Penn State, maybe Tennessee. If they get hypo, that's been kind of floated around. There's plenty of schools up. My point is I'm going to be holding Sumrall and this staff and how they move to what everyone else is doing. Each move should be graded equally, and especially against LSU. We listen right now. We've taken a back seat. Think about this. Two hiring cycles. LSU's landed the big fish. We've taken the less financial risk, if you will, and gone for a less splasher of a hire. Now, both places lost last time, so it didn't matter, and we saved a little more money on it. We also had, I would say, more shittier years in that time. At least they got a Heisman out of their debacle with Kelly. It wasn't really that bad. I mean, given what we went through, but that's the thing. They've swung twice now, back to back. Auburn's kind of just been hanging on by a thread since Gus, I guess. I mean, it's been a pretty big debacle, but
yeah. I don't understand, like y'all were saying, like the whole way it went down. Like, we were pretty much for sure that we were getting him, and just out of nowhere, just like, nah, he's going to LSU. It's like, all right, well then they can have his ass, but like, what does LSU have that we don't? I don't get it. LSU, like, I just don't get it.
I think it's a functioning front office is what they have.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not far off, bro. But yeah,
that's what it is. I mean, it's not rocket science, man. It's a functional front office that's willing to have balls and kahunas. And look, I would love to know what Sumrall saw over Auburn and the other schools. Like, what, I mean, that's still.
I'm sure Ole Miss said something too to him. I'm sure they were like, "Well, we gotta start like looking at it because we don't know what the hell this dude's doing." So I'm sure our Ole Miss was poking at him a little bit too. So I mean, I felt like he probably chose us. Like, we didn't just choose him. Like, because out of nowhere, we heard that news about the interview and all that random shit. That was a fucking clusterfuck. Excuse my language, but like. You know what I mean? Like, we got to figure something out with the front office. Like,
no doubt.
Scott, the only thing he's ever done was hire Todd. I feel like he got lucky with that. We got a championship out of it, but
Well, apparently that was a turnkey hire, and that was the only one he listened to. So
well, shit, I don't know. Then yeah, we got lucky.
And who
with
knows?
that.
We don't, we don't follow that as closely as we do football. So who knows if there would have
Yeah.
been a debacle there if we would have known. But I appreciate you, Lance. Be good, man.
All right, y'all.
A couple super chats here, and then do you want to get your wife in here, Cody? Your pineapple wife?
Which one?
Which one? He's got him lined up now. Get him on the show. Air on $2. We got Austin Hackett. Not gonna lie, I like it. Defensive guy builds programs. Love it. Even a bad night, Jon Sumrall will give us 21. Son of a bitch. Already? Let's do it, Gator Boys. Gator Rican. LFG.
Oh my God, they got you with that already.
I know.
Awesome.
I don't understand complaining about the hire, to be honest. Lane made a personal choice to go to LSU. On paper, it seems like John was the second best option. So what do you do? Yeah, I mean,
you can do.
You can do. We're here, baby. Let's get it. The wifey, Cody. How we feeling, guys?
What up, Cody?
My boys.
What's up?
No, that's
How
Cody
we
Jaw's boy.
Hey, what? How we feel about this hire?
Yeah, CODY. That's how I spell mine.
Oh, okay. How we feeling, guys?
Very upset about what we found out today.
Nah, she's mad about Lane and all that drama. You can have the floor, honey. Go ahead.
No, I mean, Lane is full of drama. He's acting like a 15-year-old high school girl about this stuff.
Purdy was a hoe by your boy, by the way.
Yeah, seems like he was definitely stepping out on the ex new wifey.
Agreed.
Like he was definitely doing some shenanigans down there.
The
in Oxford.
files that have unraveled. Ole Miss is not holding back any punches. This thing, I think, is going to get uglier before it gets any better. How do you guys feel about Sumrall, though?
How do you feel about John?
I say get behind him. Let's go.
I mean,
Gators all day. Feel you.
The thing is, me and Cody were about Lane, but like what happened today was so messed up. Like he's acting like he's 15 in high school.
Tell him. Go Gators.
No, I'm serious. Go Gators. But like, why are you doing this?
It's the estrogen talking, boys. Don't be fooled.
Yeah. Listen,
I think everybody should just, and I know a lot of people don't like him, but go watch 15 minutes of Josh Pate interview with Sumrall.
it's an hour long.
I know, but just go watch 15 minutes of it. It'll tell you what kind of guy he is.
Yeah, we'll definitely check it out for sure.
No, we will. I mean, we were about Lane. Like,
yeah, I mean, everybody
for the
wanted
most part,
him,
we wanted
sure,
Lane
but
to
you
be
gotta-
the head coach. But like after today, it was like he was acting like he was 15. in
Well,
high
I mean,
school,
with him not
like
being
a
able to
girl.
coach and all that, the players getting upset. But, that kind of – we don't have to deal with that now, I guess, which is the only good thing I can see. But
Yeah.
all in all, get behind the coach.
Look, my thing with that, though, it'll be a brush under it. But, yeah, look, we got to move on, but I love it. But,
Love y'all.
hey,
show.
pineapples
See
for
you guys.
life. We appreciate y'all. Go Gators.
Go
Bye.
Gators.
Love you, Cody.
Love you too.
You are the best.
I love it. $5. Our program was bare when Dan Moore left, and after being up here, we are in a better place today than we were then. Go get behind Coach Sumrall. Let's go Gators. $5. Planet rebooted. Join during the last live. Link on post for Discord isn't working. Can I get an invite? Yes, I will. I will fix that right after the show. I promise. Jason Wood, what's up, buddy?
Man, what a day.
What a day. How you
I'm
feeling?
so excited.
I mean, I'm like you. I agree with everything your father said, Cody. It with Lane and all that, but I'm behind Summerall. I watched the post game conference. I mean, I can get behind them, But man, it feels like we had our fiance. We just proposed to her, right? She just kicked us in our nuts and sent us to the curb, and we just called up the side chick for some sympathy. That's how it feels with this hire. I mean, Cody, I agree. He was a top candidate for LSU, but I don't know.
Look, I think that, and we talked about it. And when Summerall that thing leaked, I go, the problem is that Florida, and I said it during it, and I'm saying it now. I was like, I kept looking around. I was like, dude, Summerall's gonna be a splash higher for whoever gets him. Because I didn't think we were even close. And I was like, Florida, or not splash, but a good hire, I should say. And I go, but Florida is just in a weird, in a dark place. We can't go down the same route again. Like we just can't do that. Bro. And clearly nobody cares what I have to say. Obviously, look, and here's the thing, and because, and I'm not trying to be negative, I'm genuinely trying to take a different approach at this and be 100% reasonable. Listen, boys, I'm going to support the guy. I was telling Cody, I was like, this guy starts winning fucking football games. When Johnny Manziel took over college football and Johnny football became a thing, I loved it. Yeah. Let Johnny football get hot. I'll be fired up. But we'll have fun. We know we'll go win some football games. Like I said, what the cool thing is that we are going to be able to see how he navigates this. Right now, Lane Kiffin already has a great OC, a great a GM, and he has Coach Savage. So we're already behind the 8 ball, Florida.
Yep.
Once again, we are already behind. So
that's another thing I agree with what Cody said. We need to. He's not on like a massive contract. We need to fucking go get a good OC. Like we need to go invest in the OC. I don't know how much the boosters are going to get behind this guy though, and I feel bad for him because the fan base is not going to be happy about it. I mean, I'm like you said, Sheldon, I'm a Gator no matter what.
Figure it out, brother.
I'm gonna rock with him.
Go in the debt. Figure the F out. That's not my problem. You did this to yourself. Figure it out. And that's what we're going to figure out pretty quickly. And then I think that's where, for me, hey, you want to go out there and make this hire? Okay. Well, let's listen. Right now, you're making us feel like we're just a lower end SEC program by the way we're functioning, not spending money. You go out there and
we're fucking Nebraska. We are the Nebraska of the fucking South, and it's sad to say, but it's the truth, bro. Like it's. I was wearing my fucking Gator National Championship shirt today. I wanted to take it off, bro. But I don't know. We're at a very low point. I have a question for you though, Shelton. Did he go against Turnkey with this hire?
I genuinely don't know, brother.
Yeah, we'll never know that.
We'll never get a direct answer unless it's reported on. We'll never have a clue. At this point, man, I don't know what to believe anymore. Because here's the thing. Because we go back to the video, which I spoke about in the first show today, where the KC, the booster, was like, we're going to get Jon Sumrall and we're going to get Baker from LSU. LSU, if we steal Baker from LSU with the Lane Kiffin after he loses his DC Paul Golden, I will be shocked. That would be okay. I would be like, yeah. Baker could be ass. But like if you're able to walk in there and snatch out his DC when Lane probably will walk in and be like, no, I'm getting you. That's a big time move. And him and some are all friends apparently. So that'll be the first thing that I monitor because that was a name that was thrown around like that was a done deal. The OC thing, I don't have a name for it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
If he brings his OC over from Tulane, I'm gonna have question marks.
Y'all follow Vernell Brown?
I do. I don't.
He posted. He was like the only Gator I saw that posted the Jon Sumrall. So looks like he's still on board for it.
Interesting.
So
I didn't even think about the current Gators posting something. Yeah. Look, I think he has a presser tomorrow. So maybe after he meets the players, they'll all decide. Yeah. They're probably doing what we're doing. But Jason, I appreciate it, man. Be good.
Yeah, I love you guys. Lesbian, I love you too, bro.
Yeah,
keep it going. I'll be watching.
I got that way with the women apparently.
Yeah, they all love it.
Can we just address this real fast? I didn't know we sold anything.
We're sold out paid actors. UAA has the podcasters pumping the cope. Ah, man. Dumb comments by some guy. I mean, at least his handle is spot on.
Did you get a check that you're not telling me about?
Dude, bro, trust me. If I was getting paid, I would be way better than this. Way better than this.
I was just wondering.
If I was paid by the UA, I don't know. Whatever. Yes, I was paid by the UAA. You got me. This episode is brought to you by Florida Gator. Yeah. The thing that I was saying today on episode 2, which is my brought to you by UAA, is look. My thing is if this hire is serious, right? Like, okay, you think it's a splash hire, then Jon Sumrall better get 30 plus 28, whatever you were going to give Lane to the NIL. That's what he should get. He should get whatever budget he was going to get to hire assistant coaches. Because if you go and give him 14, 15 like you gave Napier, then you're telling me you didn't. Then yes, you are confirming what everyone is worried about. It's not a learn on the because you're saying, well, he's not ready for it yet. Then why did you hire him? Give him every single dollar you were going to give Lane, if not more, because now you have more of it. Well, we don't have boosters. You should have prepared for that. That's not my problem. Go ask more sponsorships. Go figure out to go get more money from Geico. I don't give a damn. I know what you were going to give to Lane Kiffin. It was talked about, okay?
Yep.
And I don't want to hear no bullshit about, well, that wasn't true. No. Because you're going to come out and say we gave him a healthy competitive offer. So if that's the case, I know what you were going to give him. So that's where I'm going to be at. You better give Jon every dollar you were going to give Lane. If we're gonna compete and be up there, he may spend it on go buys a Rolls Royce and a yacht. I don't care. That's a different situation for a different day. He needs to have the money to go get it. That segment was brought to you by Scott Strickland and the Boosters. Thank you guys. Hopefully we did well. $20. One of my first priorities will be to assemble an incredible staff, including an offensive coordinator who understands that at Florida, having an explosive offense isn't optional. It's mandatory, Coach Sumrall. $20 from Big Mike. Listen, this is where I'm going to be adamant. I bought all the Napier talk. The great quote from Napier, if you can't recruit a top 10 to 5 class every single year at the University of Florida, what are you even doing here? He didn't do it.
Nope.
He didn't do it. So do it.
Yeah.
Then I'll be like, all right, words are matching actions. If you bring in your coordinator, I'm going to slap him. I'm going to slap him. Brian, I told you they should have went and got Heupel because now he's going to go to Penn State.
Well, that's gross.
How you feel about the hire, big guy?
A lot better than I did yesterday, honestly. Yesterday I wasn't feeling a thing, so
as some
Amen.
of these as some of these coaching hires have rolled out this, today, it's
he
kind of
would have been good for everybody else.
Like I think we kind of I think that with what was left after Lane Kiffin, I think we got one of the best two.
Yeah, that's for sure. Bump Kiffin, man. We don't play LSU next year, which is good. Let us take a little maybe I don't know what we're gonna look like next year, but at least he'll get the ball rolling when we do play him in 2027 and be able to put Kiffin's ass in a blender. That's what I feel like Jon Sumrall is gonna be able to do. Florida's defense might just go to another level, man. That might be what we needed the whole time. We need to get back to some defense. I know we love offense, but our defense better start getting the pick sixes again.
We saw
fumble recoveries to the house, not
Muschamp
fumble.
era?
Dude, I haven't
saw
seen
what-
the defense score a touchdown in like 4 years.
Wait a minute.
Cormani McLean was the last one. To
Oh, yeah, that was true last
Yeah,
year.
and that was in like garbage time.
Yeah, true
Yeah.
that. Like a monumental pick six. I hear you.
Yeah, we don't got it. Maybe Summerall brings that type of stuff back to Florida, man. That's what I'm hoping.
We went from vanilla bean to espresso,
But
overnight.
he ain't gonna bring his OC. He knows what he had at Tulane ain't the shit. So he knows he's gonna have some money behind him to go get a good OC. Maybe I don't know who's available. I mean, that's what we got your show for. Is you probably about to do some pie charts with OCs this week. Look forward to all that. But I'm telling you, man, maybe we did get the right hire. I'll tell you this. I don't like his goofy hat wearing thing. He's gonna have to come up. Somebody better get him a sweet Gator hat. You know what I'm saying? His Tulane's hats look like the kind that's got the little strap on the back.
Yeah,
not,
we can't have
not
that.
this, not
No.
the snapback.
We
No,
had
they're
him
like
in a
the sweat
Richardson.
resistant, like stretchy ones. Yeah, I know. What you're talking about.
We need him
somebody-
in a Richardson trucker hat with a
Somebody
big
get him a
lapel
good
logo.
Florida hat that's gonna look solid on the sideline, so he don't look goofy, man.
Maybe he'll just wear a high top hat.
Yeah, something, but he got to look like he's clean on the sideline, though. He cannot be like Billy out there with the mic mold on his head. You know, he's wearing wore headphones too
The
much,
dent. Yeah, the dent.
Yeah.
The-
The dent. Yeah.
and he didn't even deserve the dent in his head because he ain't good at calling plays.
Hey,
That's
you
good.
know what? I guarantee Summerall ain't calling offensive plays this year.
No, Summerall won't call not one single play.
I like it.
So
love
hey, he's gonna give it off to some good OC. He's gonna hopefully the guys like him. Maybe he is a players coach and keep some players. But hey, when we come 2027, we play LSU at home. Whoo!
It's gonna
Talking
be.
about
Hey,
that- hey,
I hope it's
Summerall,
electric.
get hype. I hope he calls Lane out in his presser tomorrow and say, "Hey, yeah, Lane, I put that bitch ass in a box once."
You imagine? hey, real fast. Could you imagine Kirby Smart right now, his old ass, and he's like, all these new numbers are in the SEC coaches group chat, and he's like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a whole new group. Brian, I
Whole new
appreciate
group.
it, man. Be
Hey,
good.
7.5
I'm glad you're
million.
alive.
Hey, 7. Yeah, I'm good. Back up in Tennessee again, but that was a long ride.
That was quick. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good stuff, man.
Hey, y'all have a good night. And like I said, do some pie charts on some OCs this week.
Oh,
Will do.
That's a good idea. I'll get on it.
All right, bud.
All right, man. Have you seen the video of them booing Lane and Charlie Weiss
Yeah.
getting on the plane?
Yeah. It's
Can we watch it real quick?
Go ahead. Sling it.
I've also got him posting naked pictures too. Oh,
Who?
brother.
Who?
Lane.
Oh, you guarantee you ain't getting that out of me, dog.
I bookmarked everything. There we go. Golly, bro.
Wild.
Oh, here's Sumrall.
If you need some, come get it from me. Tonight, if you need some juice, come find me, and I'll get your mind right. Because I'm going to be here all night. If you need some...
All right. I'm in my hair step a little bit. If you need some juice tonight, I'll be here. I like that. Oh, where is the other one? Did it get deleted? Oh, no, this is Charlie's.
Boy!
They realize it's Charlie. Watch.
That's Charlie? Fuck you, Charlie! Fucking Charlie! You fucking bastard, Charlie!
I'm not. It's not funny. I genuinely feel bad for Ole Miss. It's because they're sitting there like, who is that? Oh fuck, it's Charlie.
Oh boy, the realtor's back at me.
Is he?
Yeah, dog. Call in.
Drop the
Call in.
link.
Get in the fucking
Drop the link.
box.
Drop
Get in
it. Drop the
box.
link. Blake, you were shaking your head, man. You're not all in. I love it. Our first doubter. Tell us.
So I'm gonna be honest. I'm a fan who grew up post Tebow. My dad got me into Gators football here in the Atlanta area, so I haven't really seen all the winning that you guys got to, and so I've gotten very used to being in the coaching circles every couple of years, and I do get it. There's a reason that there was multiple SEC programs after this guy. He's clearly got some stock to his game. Was a little interesting to see us go with another defensive candidate, but with the money that we're paying him yearly, obviously it gives us more money to retain talent. Stay in the portal and hire an OC of our liking. I completely agree with everything. I watched y'all's morning show when the hire happened earlier. I'm just sitting here and I don't know if disappointed is the right term, but it's, it sucks to know that we hired another G5 coach. And maybe this one does work out. And if it does, I will be all on board. It's tough to think that this guy is going to come in and beat Kirby Smart and beat Lane Kiffin and beat even a Josh Heupel on a consistent basis. And it's just sad to see where the Gators program has fallen. And again, I hope I'm wrong in 4 or 5 years. I think the first step is, okay, who's the OC? Who can we retain? Obviously, you got to keep Jaden. You got to keep as much of your receiver core, your cornerback core, see how many seniors you can retain. And it's good to know that we're not going to have the hardest schedule in the country every year from here on out. But to be already in my 7th coach in my lifetime, it's sitting here like, damn, man. It's I was a little young for Urban, but I was alive for him and Zook. But I really started watching under Muschamp. And so, yeah, it's just
tough.
No, you're a beast.
But
I think it's a very healthy take, and I think that's where, and I think honestly, you really embody a lot of where more of the fan base is. I think there's always the back and forth. There's the ones that are just like, hey, all right, move on to the next one. There are some that are like burn it all to the ground. Like one guy literally blocked me. He's like, he commented on that video is we should be there when it's like that. How those guys were for Charlie when Jon gets there. I was like, not quite the same situation. I don't know if we should, like, I get you're upset, but Jon's not screwing us over. Well, he might be, but not now, at least openly. Yeah, and I think I love your take here, man. I think that actually when how you just said that is like, hey, there's no feeling that this guy's gonna come in and beat Kirby and Lane. Like it just, and that's where Florida
want to beat Georgia again, right?
Yeah, like 100%.
Yeah,
we want to
beat Mike Norvell. We know that, but
that's easy.
I'm in
Billy
Atlanta.
G can beat Norvell.
I'm gonna go to that game at the Benz next year. I'm tired of losing to these MFers, man.
Yeah, I agree. That is that, and that's the question. Like, hey, is this guy now? Can you put a staff together that can beat Kirby and his staff? Maybe, and that's why I said, look, I think these next 30 to 45 days are going to be monumental for him, and I think we'll be able to know pretty quickly if history will repeat itself or if I think we'll see pretty quickly again with the hires and who is retained. You're 100% right. We're going to monitor it. We're going to do everything that we can, the best that we can to be critical, but also be supportive. I think that's the best way of going about it. But for anybody that gets mad at like how you're responding to this of like, hey, I'm going to be a little reserved. We have every right to be reserved. 1000%. Great
Can
point.
I ask
How
you
old
one
are
more
you?
question? Yeah, I just turned 22.
Great head
a
on your
month ago.
shoulders, bro. You're
I
awesome.
appreciate it. May I ask you one more question about a
Yeah, man.
possible year one?
You've earned it.
So, yeah, I appreciate it. I enjoy, I'm newer to y'all's community, but I enjoy chatting with you guys.
Thanks, man.
Let's say he goes like 8-4 year one, and I don't know what that entails. I don't know if that means a fast finish like we had from Napier 2 years ago. I don't know if that means like a Georgia Tech type year where they're 8-0 and they just the train falls off the tracks. What do you think this fan base would envision if he goes 8-4? Is it going to be, oh, it's year one, blah 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 blah?
I think it depends how it looks.
Fair.
Yeah, and
Like,
that's
like
like
a fair estimation?
the losses. You gotta remember the losses to Napier we were never even in it. I
True.
mean, you just got. It was either gonna be competitive, and we might squeak it out, or we were getting railroaded, and that was it. That was the only thing with Napier. And then we would slowly sometimes beat up on teams that we
Like
should
South
always
Carolina.
win against.
Mhm.
Samford. Look
Yeah.
at Samford. Charlotte. Well, we were in a dogfight with Charlotte for a little bit. Like these teams that we should have just absolutely blown out, we never blew anybody out.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. I mean, it's hard again.
The
8-4, you don't want to go 8-4, but you have
It'd
to
still be double
obviously-
the wins of this year, though.
a coachless
Hell of a
coachless
turnaround, all
Florida-
things considered.
and you could say what you want about Florida State. A coachless Florida team, most dominant victory in the Billy Napier era was probably last night against FSU. Like we didn't dominate anybody on any side of the ball. I mean, Jaden Woods had 4 sacks last night. Like it just like
Maybe 22 South Carolina. That was pretty dominant. Where Des Watson picked up the ball and started running the other way.
yeah, not very many.
we hadn't had
point
any
at.
any dominant wins, but great question though, Blake. You're great call, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Go Gators either way.
Go Gators, baby.
Sure, for sure.
Hey, almost 1,200 people in here, guys. Be sure to smash the like button. We're still trying to get 30,000. We're close. A lot of stuff that we'll be rocking and rolling here. Blue Collar Crab, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Oh
Yes,
yeah.
sir. How we doing, man?
Pretty good. I got a couple thumbnails here. I'm gonna try and run through them real quick. The NIL thing's got me a little concerned because we were offering Lane a whole bunch of NIL. I'm kind of scared now that we're just gonna, 25 million including the rev, so they ain't gonna get much there. I haven't got that feeling. I don't know.
Hold on. Are you saying you're kind of what I was alluding to earlier that he's not going to get all that?
Yes.
Yeah, and I agree with you. That would be a major. That's not a great start. I want to know what that number is. He should get everything that Lane was going to get.
I think you should give him more than what Lane was going to get. I mean, why not?
have less.
Why not try to give him the best roster that you can get?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you. I mean,
You
and
made
again,
the
I think-
hire.
Yeah, if this hire was your option, then you need to support it like you would if it was for Lane. You can't just give Lane because.
Yeah.
And
Or
I
we're in the
agree.
same scenario that we've always been in.
Yeah.
Like you can't pick and choose. Like this is your hire. You vetted this guy. You made the decision. So you need to chalk up all the money that you were going to chalk up to Lane Kiffin. Actually, you should probably chalk up a little more because it's a younger guy, G5 coach. Especially on the coaching front, you need to, if he wants to go out and get a $3.5 million OC, let him go get a $3.5 million OC.
Yeah, exactly. If Lane needed it, why wouldn't he need it, if not even more? That's a phenomenal point. What else you got there for us?
And how do we separate Gary from our program? I know he gives like 15 million each year, but
Oh.
man, that guy's dude.
He's
If
70.
he's calling the shot, do we even have a university if he's calling the shots every single thing that involves the program? Like that doesn't even make sense, man.
Swalder?
No, Gary.
No.
No.
That's a Swalder question. He's our
That's
booster
yeah,
insider.
that's
Oh.
a sort of question.
See, guys, Swalder's friends with
So-
all the UAA guys. That's the one you got to worry about.
yeah. So if you're afraid if I'm paid by the UAA, just go and look at my tweets from like last night to today, and
Dave is atrocious.
I like, dude, I was on like Neil Schulman in all kinds of weather stage almost for a while. I had to calm myself down a little bit. I had to calm myself down a little bit.
Please call in. The ones that are saying they were coping, please, I'm genuinely asking you to call in. Like, for the love of God, please.
Yeah,
I don't
mean,
know.
like,
The Gary thing's a weird one, Blue Collar. The Gary thing's a weird one. It's hard to really pinpoint blame. Like, I have expressed my frustrations. It does feel like he manipulates and has a lot more control than he probably should. Regardless of how much money he gives, I appreciate his donations, but it appears that he's able to. It appears like that, but then the fact that no joke, it appears that every booster was blindsided. So either Scott and Gary are in bed with each other and said "F it," right? Or Scott and Gary are still in bed with each other, and Gary trusts Scott because Gary can control Scott, and he knows that. And Scott said, "Hey, I'm going to do this, but I need your backing." So then Gary said, "Okay, I got you." Like, either way, it's still messy.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't know what the truth of it is. But either way, it looks messy.
And then the old, you were talking about the turnkey situation earlier. I mean, we're not even on their page as a client. And
yeah,
I wonder
I've heard about that.
There's
Were
a
we there
reason.
prior to that, though? I don't know.
We used them before.
I'm at a loss for words.
That's true for Todd. Yeah, I don't. Again, another sticky one. Another sticky one.
Yeah, for me, first of all, shout out to everybody we saw in Gainesville, by the way. Shout out to those people, man. The support for High Tops, all-time high. Shout out to you guys. But just me in my mind, I am so conflicted. Like there's part of me that's like, okay, well, there's a lot of good things here, but then there's a lot of bad things over here, right? And you know, Shelton, I've been through the ringer the past 2 weeks, making phone calls, doing all this kind of stuff. I'm glad it's over. I'm glad we don't have to worry about, you know, hiring a coach or whatever. That part's over. But I also, and he made a good point, you know, is the same NIL support going to be there? Like, you can hire a good OC, a good DC, and oh my God, this is great. This is an elite staff. But if you don't have any NIL support, it doesn't even really matter. Got to have the player.
Is this true? Is this true?
Gary's company is
doing the $400 million seat reduction in the swamp. Is that true?
I don't know. I haven't even really asked about that, but
there's not 400 million seats in the swamp.
Yeah,
the cost of it.
It's probably $400 million.
Dave, come on, Cody.
Oh,
I
was like, what?
If that's true,
good.
No, that's not good. That goes to that's collusion. That's what we're talking about. That's a major issue. If it's just scratching each other's back, it's just how can we put more money into our pocket? Yeah, it's a major cluster. If that is the case, if that is 100% true, that it says it's true. I mean, I'm not saying you're lying, Knoble, but I can't just go off of one comment. That is true. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. Cody goes, "There's 400 million seats."
No, I knew there wasn't 400 million seats. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Blue Collar. What I do love is Blue Collar has his legal pad in front of him. We got to add Blue Collar. Look.
Oh, he's got it all written down. He's got it written down.
He's our producer. Go ahead, man. Ask your other question. Last one.
One question. So, and then, so I was listening to Gators breakdown earlier today too, and from what Gator Dave was saying, Urban is going to be heavily involved in Sumrall. Like, I don't know if that means being on the practice field at the same time, or if that means just being like an analyst for him, or what that means. But he said that he's heard that Urban's going to be heavily involved with this.
Well, I hope he starts playing like Urban.
Yeah, look, so first thought, it feels very Armstrong or Ron Roberts for Armstrong, a babysitter. But I remember when DeBoer got hired, same thing was announced for Saban, that he would be still heavily involved, which I believe that he probably was for the first couple of years. So maybe that isn't the worst possible thing. We'll see. But hey, great questions, Blue Collar. This was awesome. You're always welcome with the legal pad, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate you guys letting me on the chat with you guys.
No, thank you,
Yeah.
man. It's just what we love to do. It's just again, I appreciate y'all calling in and having the the kahunas to call because a lot of people will just say in the comments. So good stuff, man. Thank you.
All right, man.
Be good, bub. I love it. I
Right.
love
I was
it.
about to say I don't even have VIP access to this anymore, man. Y'all just let
No,
me
it's
waiting in line,
well,
You
they
know
were
what I'm saying?
StreamYard gets blocked.
No,
I
I'm
can't
just
control
kidding.
it.
Like so,
You don't,
yeah,
you're
this whole
acting like
Summerall
the
thing and the way
boosters.
that it shook out,
You're
I
acting all.
think more of it was the anticipation of
I just fuck
getting
off.
a Lane Kiffin like coach, and then all of a sudden, within like seconds, it's just snatched away. Something happens. Of course, you hear the phone, or I guess the Twitter space of that one booster that looks pretty bad.
That one booster.
Then you had
Dave.
the Gary Condren comment on the boards, and it's like,
Am
look,
I
at the
muted?
end of the day, like I don't want to say that any of these
Can
boosters
you
are
hear me?
bad people. They donate and they do the
Can you hear
right
me?
thing for the school or whatever they want to, but they cannot keep their mouth shut and they cannot
Are we?
stay off social media, and that's
Should we
what
go?
hurts the most. And that's the thing that like really irritates me about it is like nobody can keep their mouth shut whatsoever. So to me, look like they're gonna have to do something about that social media wise because it just looks bad. You don't see any other teams boosters like that just flopping off at the gums. You maybe see one or two out there, but like most of them are pretty tame. And we got some pretty tame ones here too. That like Hugh, you don't really see him on there a lot. He might say something every now and then, but that's it. We all know about the other ones, Heisman, all those people. It's like you you have to like be able to control your emotions. You can't be like me from last night to today, but for the most part, I can usually control them, right? You can't do that. So, but we're independent. Like I'm an independent guy. We're independent media, so we can do that kind of stuff. But
We're not paid
um,
by the
we're not.
UAA.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're oh, somebody called me a fake insider too, and I was just like, well, I'm not an insider. I'm a co-host on a show. When have I ever claimed to be an insider, Shelton?
Oh, every time.
I talk to the people. They're not
Can
like
you hear me?
like I'm not the insider guy.
Can you hear me?
I just talk to the people. Those are the people that give me the info. Those are the insiders. I'm
Ask
nobody.
if you can hear me.
I'm the secondhand
Can you hear
guy. I just
Shelton?
relate the message. No,
I don't think. Yeah. Okay. I was like, bro, this is crazy. I was like, what the fuck? You can't hear me?
no. I can see your lips moving. But I can't hear
Oh,
you.
I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
Can
Okay.
you hear
I
me
was
though?
like, bro, we
I
were
can
in
hear you,
shambles.
Cody. I can barely hear Shelton.
All right. Well, tell him we love him, and unless you.
Shelton says he loves you. We love you.
And thanks for
I'll
the
be
love.
out of here, guys. Y'all take care. I'm gonna go back to drinking some of this this fun juice over here. So yeah, right here.
All
Shout
natural.
out. hmm No,
Always-
all natural, no toxins, nothing filtered water, that kind of stuff. See y'all.
All organic.
But
All
See ya.
organic.
so some guy called me. Oh look, Sean, you're being a douche. Clearly, I wasn't.
He
You could.
he was trying to hear him.
I was trying to talk to him.
Bro, we've already won. Okay, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this show. We've won. We've won. We've officially won. Okay?
I know. The fact that we got Army Sniper bought in is wild.
I'm ready.
That's the biggest hater there is.
yeah.
Now, Q Lee's out, but Army Sniper's turning it around. He's liked it. See, here's the one thing that I will say. And again, I'm not trying to be pessimistic or negative, right? I don't want to do any of that. He had a great quote about negative energy. Coach Johnny did. I don't remember what it was now, but my thing is like, we got to Google our coach.
Energy vampires.
Energy vampires. Yeah, I don't want to be that. But when we got to go keep watching the interviews about who we hire, that's not always the most fun thing to do. That's all that I'm saying. Anthony, what's up, man?
Oh,
Anthony's I don't want to be that.
hey Sheldon, I can't hear nothing.
When we got to go keep watching the interviews about who we hire, that's
I cannot hear
Come on, Cody.
either one of you.
You hear me?
I got I got you on my computer.
Or just go. Just go.
I cannot.
Go.
Just say something.
Should I go out and come back in?
Swing. Go ahead and say what you need to say.
on my computer.
Or just go. Just go. Just say something.
Okay. All right, I'll go real quick. Hey, so I want to give a real quick for the people who were saying about people coping about what's going on. I just want to give a quick thought. I have this theory. Hold on, sorry, I need to turn my computer down. I got this theory that I'm kind of stuck on. I hope you are okay with hearing this theory.
Keep it short.
Sorry. I can't, man. I
What are you
can't.
doing? All right.
I'm gonna call back in.
All right. All right.
Okay.
All
All right.
right. Martha,
I'm gonna call back in.
I don't think
you,
anybody can
got to
hear
mute the
you.
TV, Martha. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
hear
I mean,
Shell?
Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I thought that was me. How we
I gotta
feeling,
go-
What's
Martha?
going on?
Give us some love here, Martha.
I gotta go to
People
work,
need
boys.
you. All right, Cody.
See ya,
Well,
Martha.
all right. See ya. Cody left, really?
Yeah, he had to go to work. Nothing. It wasn't against
Oh,
you. He had
okay.
to go to work. Yeah.
Somebody really has a job on here? I'm just kidding.
No, I love it.
No, I just think that that we probably got a good hire. You know, when you think about it, what was Urban Meyer before he come to the Gators? What did he do? He was at Utah and Bowling Green.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Utah wasn't nothing then.
No, Utah wasn't what they are
Absolutely.
now. No.
Yeah, and they're not all that great now. So yeah, and so you can't compare what they've come from. I think that we need to give this guy a chance to see how he does. And give him a fair chance, and maybe he'll hire a OC. I've heard he's talking to that Brian Dubal, I think is his last name, from New York Giants and Buffalo Bills. It was
Yeah,
Josh
that
Allen's
was.
coach.
We talked about it earlier on. I've seen that name be tossed around, and Martha always
Yeah.
got the inside sources. She don't play games.
Yeah,
She's in the DMs.
yeah,
so
right.
keep an eye on it.
Okay. But no, and maybe he's going to bring somebody like that in. That would be good.
Very good.
Like you said, if he goes and gets I didn't know that LSU defensive coordinator was all that good, but I guess that he is. Everybody says he is.
I mean, he's done a lot of great things this year for LSU. I mean, their defense was completely
They've
in the
they've
shitter.
gotten better this year, but they're still
No
not
doubt.
real great. I wouldn't consider them great, but
Get him, Martha.
yeah, that's right. But anyway, and so I just think we ought to give this guy a chance and not just blow him off just because he's coming from a lower school. And it's like going into any job when you're moving up to the next level. That next level has to give you a chance to prove yourself. And that's what we need to
Sure.
do with Jon Sumrall. And who knows, he may be another Urban Meyer just waiting to happen. And
I love it. So you weren't disappointed when it was announced today? You were all in immediately, or you to take him?
well, I figured that it was going to be him because they had started talking about him, about a week and a half ago that we was looking at him, and he
Sure.
was the number 2, so it wasn't like that. Nobody else wasn't looking at him. He was on Auburn's number 1 list, and Ole Miss was looking at him to be their next new head coach. And so, the fact that we did get him, I guess, is a good thing. But I just didn't like how the whole thing was handled. I think there was no communication to the fans or to the people that was involved. From the people that was involved in the whole situation, there was no communications. It was all quiet. Like you said, everything was kept under the rug, quiet and everything. And we took that as a good sign. In reality, it wasn't a good sign.
Yeah.
It turned out to be a bad thing because we didn't know what was going on. They led us to believe that we really had a shot with Lane, and I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like the way he's responded to this, with his team. What do you think his players think about him right now? What do you really think they think?
Yeah, I don't
feel
know.
like?
I think one of them made that post, Caleb Odom. I'm sure it's probably he took their OC. I mean, look, it really looks like he was trying to burn a couple of bridges on the way to LSU. And
I know
so
somebody posted online. It said one of the sports writers for, I think it was McMurphy, actually. He said only Lane could burn a bridge that he's standing on. That's good, isn't it? That is Lane to a T. That is Lane Kiffin to it. And how long do you think that we would have been able to keep him here and happy? Really? He would have been either looking to go to Alabama, or if that job ever opened up, or to the NFL. And he wouldn't have thought twice about leaving.
I love it.
Whether he had been here a year, and next year an NFL team may come calling on him, and he may up and leave LSU holding the bag.
Martha just speaking facts. Look at that. F it. Martha has me sold, and Sumrall we trust. You
That,
saved the people, Martha. It's a pleasure
yeah,
as always.
I wanted to hear my song.
Yes, ma'am. let me play your song on the way out. Let me play your song.
Okay, that's good. That'll be
You're,
good. All
you're
right,
the
take
best.
care, Shelton. I love you, man.
Love you too, Martha. Thank you.
All right,
Let me get back to
bye.
the song, guys. Hold on.
Well, hey there, y'all. This is Cody. Sitting here with Miss Martha and her sweet sister on the line and a cold one in my hand. Chat room done dragged into this mess. It's Martha Mondays, baby.
Yo, it's Cody from High Top. Orange and blue in my vein. Got Miss Martha on the porch, twin sister on the phone, ringing the game. 70 years young, but she still throw the horns up.
See people in the chat dancing this song.
Sipping craft while the Gators run the score up.
Come on.
Sweet tea and cold brew, orange and blue. Martha and Cody, what we finna do? Crack a can, rate it 1 to 10. Gator chomp on the porch, Martha Mondays again.
Oh man! All right, Johnny and John, what's up, baby? Talk to me.
How's it going? I don't really want to talk about anything with Lane, mainly because when this whole thing started, I didn't think we'd ever going to get him.
Okay.
I didn't know much about Jon Sumrall. I don't know if you remember or not. Earlier in the year, I was a big Fran Brown guy. I came on here saying I wanted Fran Brown over Lane Kiffin. I've cooled off on that, obviously, but I don't know much about Jon Sumrall, so I wanted to go and look at that interview he had with Josh Pate.
Yep.
And I'm following in some of the footsteps of the previous call. I got myself a pad of notes.
I love it. Love the iPad.
College student, grad school, so got to take notes. And some things that I liked from him that he had said is that he wants to hire good people and let them just do their job. He's an X and O's guy. He doesn't want to deal with NIL, so he's going to pass that off to the GM. I liked hearing that he wants to get there and coach. One of the other things he talked about on the game day, he says his entire job is to keep the train on the tracks. He's not there to fiddle with things. He wants to do all that game playing before the hand, decide when we go for 2, 4th downs like that, and leave the play calling to the play caller. He says he hires people to do their job. He expects them to do it. So I like that. I like that a lot. He's not going to sit there and just supersede anybody, have this big ego. He did say that he likes to take some time when he goes and searches for people for coordinators. So we may not get an answer right away on a coordinator. So I know that might piss a couple people off, but based on what he's saying is he likes to take time and find them, and he doesn't want yes men. He wants someone who's going to embrace conflict because he believes that breeds progress. So like that there, he's someone who's willing to fight fire with fire. So that's a big thing to me. To him, everything's a competition at practice. He wants to breed competitiveness from his competitors so they all compete, and that starters will always compete for their job and they'll never be given to them, which I think we had a little bit there with Billy Napier.
A little bit.
Yeah. And then last thing that I really wanted to touch on was his portal philosophy. He said he likes to use the portal to replace those who are lost, not really go in shopping to supersede guys from high school. So it seems like we're probably not going to get a lot of influx into the portal unless we lost guys to it. So I don't expect a lot of changes to the roster unless we just have a big wave of guys leaving.
Yeah, look, I honestly am not a huge fan of. I think you've got to be aggressive in the portal this time. So that doesn't really tickle my fancy too much. And look, words are awesome. I've bought into the words. I got to see it in action, and that's what I said. You're going to have 45 days to be able to back up your words. A lot of the time, like again, the spot the ball stuff, like that takes a little more time to kind of show up. Right now, I want to see. I mean, he hasn't really spoke much about how he's going to recruit or retain talent, so there's not really much backing to that. But those actions are going to be important. And if you don't want to go in the portal, then you better close strong in this recruiting class. So we'll see how he does there. And then he talks about hiring an explosive offensive coordinator. And so those are the things that, like, look, if those things all come to fruition, then I'll start buying the other words. That's where I'm at with it. And again, that's where I'm going to be a little more critical, a little more harsh on it of like, hey, I love all those things. I think those are the easy things to be excited about and feel good about because it's all we have. people are like, who cares about interviews? Well, we're trying to figure out what's going on. I'm sure we'll all be tuned into the ACC championship, so we'll get a better understanding. I do like that he said, hey, I'm going to say it on the tracks, because we've just gone through 4 years of it felt like we were never on the tracks.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'll watch. Again, like, it's hard to put a full concept of, like, because again, it's still Tulane.
Yeah.
So what are you really getting? I want to see how he manages the game. I'm not going to put too much stock into other things, because obviously there's a level of talent that there is. It changes, but how do they manage the game? How do they adjust? Right? Those are things that he obviously is helping influence. How are the penalties? How are the mishaps? Like, just the small and structural stuff that we have just we couldn't pull our head out of the ass.
Oh God, no.
Those are things that I'm going to be looking for on that championship Saturday. So
yeah. On top of that, I mean, there's going to be a lot of people talking about like how their stats were like defensively and offensively these last couple of years when he was at Troy as well. I mean, he's lost a ton of guys to the portal every year. I mean, he's from a G5. You're going to lose guys like that. And every year he's had a different like kind of OC running thing. So I would not put a lot of stock into however they're running their offense. I did watch a little bit of their last game versus Charlotte, and it was very Billy Napier-esque, but that's that OC's offensive style. I don't think he has a lot of hands in there. He even said in his interview with Josh Pate, when it comes to like the staff meetings, he'll poke in, ask a couple questions, but then he leaves and keeps it going to get to the next room. Because he says he trusts those guys. He hired them to put them in that position to succeed. He's not going to micromanage all of them.
And I don't think Napier did that either. So that doesn't really make me. I think he entrusted his guys probably a little too much too. So, John, great stuff. Great legal pads. Let's keep at it. Look, we're all in here doing this thing together. We're going to probably do some OC stuff like we said. We've got the presser tomorrow, so we're going to watch that live together. And it's going to be a crazy couple of weeks here. We knew that going into it. So let's get after it.
Oh, yeah. All righty, Stink. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Great call, man. Appreciate you. Real quick, again, Jim Martin looks like he probably Googled it and looked it up, which I appreciate because it is public record. It says Brassfield and Gorey has the contract for stadium renovation. Crawford Architects is the design team. No Condren Association, no collusion. And that's why I didn't really necessarily overreact on it because, again, it's who is. Again, could he be wrong too? Possibly, but I don't know. Jacob, what's up, man?
Hey, I was just thinking when I look at coaching searches like this, I just want the next guy to be the best coach we've ever had. So I want him to be better than Urban Meyer was. I want him to be better than Steve Spurrier. Will that happen? Most likely not. But until, just like you said, I'm going to support him until he gives me a reason not to.
Yeah. And that's kind of where it's at. I mean, again, I think people are. This is where I think it gets frustrated. And I was in this camp too. People like I would get like, oh, you can't be mad or this. Like you can do whatever you want. You can be frustrated about it. The part that I don't get is like when I've received a ton of hate. This is the one thing I don't enjoy about the chaos is like I'm being attacked for my opinions and my thoughts and then being thrown in as if like it's part of the game. So I'm not like woe is me shit. Like it is what it is. It's just that's the hard part that I took a long time to kind of figure out like you already think that I'm paid by these cats? Like that just like that gets that deep. The conspiracy is that deep that I am paid. Like, bro, I've told you, we can't. They won't even talk to us. The closest thing that we had was with Jen and Gator Collective, and we were able to get interviews. But outside of that, we've never had anything. Florida Victorious. I mean, we can't even get interviews anymore. Like, if we're being honest, getting interviews is like pulling teeth. Like no, like we don't really get talked to too much. Florida Victorious is nice and pleasant with us in the sense of like we go chit chat, like nothing but great things to say about them. They do a great job, but getting interviews is like is hell in the handbasket now. And I don't know who's in charge. I don't know if it's them. I don't know if it was coaches. I don't know what it was, but the thing that we get any type of stipend from it is just wild. Like that's calling out, in my opinion, who I am as a person, and that part kind of annoys me a little bit, but. Yeah, I'm support the guys for what it is, and then, but again, be more critical and try to make sure that we paint this picture as best we possibly can.
Well, for you as a person, obviously, I don't know you that well because I only watch you on YouTube.
Likewise.
But
yeah,
I can tell you personally, for me, I've gone through the worst year of my life. It has been the toughest, and I found you guys during the championship run of basketball. And I watch you all the time. I love your channel, and it's really helped me. It really has, because the one consistent I've had is Florida, whether it be basketball, track, whatever it is. But I'm very thankful for you as a content creator for the Gators and being able to talk to you guys, and I enjoy it. And I wanted Lane, and we didn't get him. We got Summerall, and I'm gonna support him. And I'm obviously not getting paid. I live in Arizona, so who cares? But you're doing a great job, so don't let
Appreciate it.
any of those.
No, it's all good, man. It's look, it's part of it. And I also understand the fan base is upset and frustrated, and they have the right to be
Yeah.
crazy. Like I've kind of learned that like I don't take too much stock into it. Like everyone handles these things differently, and they'll either be back around or they'll wait it out. Like it is what it is. We'll be here with open arms regardless. But I appreciate the call, Jacob, man. Thank you.
Have a great one and keep up the great work. I know you guys been grinding. Was it 3 shows today?
Yeah. I told the wife to go, maybe it's a busy day. We got to lock it in. And she was still about it. But yeah. You've been
Well,
great. I
go
appreciate it.
Gators. And I'm happy that we have our coach, and I'm excited for whoever we get as our coordinator. And like I said, I want him to be the best coach Florida's ever had. And if he's not, so be it. If he is, great.
No doubt. I appreciate it, man. Thanks, baby. This says, then why not say something real that they think you're a effing joke? I don't understand what that means. I've been real this entire. Please call in. Ask me if you think I'm not being real. Call in and ask me a question. Like this is a great time to call in and ask me. Let me go through some super chats here for just a minute, guys. Sorry. I'm liking what I'm seeing with Sumrall. He's brutally honest and he has a swagger. We have dodged an overpriced bullet. I hate LSU more now. Amen to that. Direct your hate towards the puppet masters, not the puppets. I don't know. Yeah. This is what we talked about before. $20 from Meyer Jones. I want a Sumrall. I want to Sumrall fan. Hell, I was a Billy Napier fan right to the end, unfortunately. Deep down, I know SSS screwed this up. After what I've seen today, I think we did dodge a bullet. Go Gators. It's a great point of looking at. I mean, again, I think the chaos that has ensued, but in the same time, I've said the chaos is only from one side. I think it'll be just like how we will get over this. The chaos will be forgotten in 2 weeks too. Sumrall went to Grissom High School, Huntsville, Alabama. He played linebacker. I think he may be okay. We will see. I mean, he's not afraid to hit somebody. Still can't spell Summerall correctly in the chat. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. Is it true that in Summerall's contract he has to hire an elite spread OC and elite DC, which more likely be Blake LSU? That's what I'm hearing. I don't know about the contract, and I would be genuinely shocked if it's Blake. I would. I just think because I don't think LSU's gonna let him go unless Lane has other options. Lane is going to UF. His ex-wife seen in Jax. We're still hanging on. Summerall was quoted saying, "Don't pat the player on the butt too much. They might shit in your hand." Too much, they might shit in your hand. That's a pretty good quote. I want to cycle for a coach, and I think we got one. I agree. You're the hat. $5 from Rob Little. Yeah, he is a psychopath. Too easy to make typos on Super Chat. Y'all seeing Twitter posts of these Ole Miss girls coming out about Lane Kiffin, Lane telling them to come over tonight. Don't tell your boyfriend. I've seen a bit of the chaos. I haven't dove into it yet. Can Blake Newsom, there's my girl. Can Blake Newsom join the show on a regular? He might have to. The guy was kind of a G. We need to hire Mike Stoops and Sam Pittman. Yeah, Mark Stoops, he's still a coach though. Support for Summerall. How about take from FSU Gus? I don't want Gus. I do not want Gus. Did you see what Pete said tonight about why Lane didn't choose Florida? Because he didn't feel like admin were serious about football behind the scenes. Massive. I didn't see that, but that'll probably be a talking point come tomorrow because I don't disagree with him. For all the whiners, go do some research and due diligence on Coach Summerall. Oh, we already read that one. $2. I guess y'all screen your super chats. What? I'm just clicking through. Summerall chooses UF over Auburn and Ole Miss for less money, knowing the fans hate him. Guy's a psycho for wanting to be a part of that. Sign me up. Sign me up. Won me over. $5. It is Cope that I slightly feel better about the hire because Urban supports it. Did Urban interview any of our other coaching hires? No, I don't think it is. And no, I don't know. I think this is the first time that I feel Urban's been, just involved with Florida at this level in a long time, personally. I read that already. Lane, screw that. We got Summerall and Martha. I love it. In all honesty, how long do we give Summerall? 2 years? Probably 2.5, 3. Probably 3. This whole situation, it pissed me off from reporting to Scott. Summerall's our new coach, and I'm going to support him because of how this all happened. He won't have much patience. Go Gator. That's the thing. I just don't know how much longer the patience will be. Twitter's going crazy right now, putting Lane's DMs and messages out for everyone. Not a good look for him. Glad we're out of that situation. how it's just now coming out is crazy. Like, that guy was literally the mayor of Mississippi. Like, if you think about it, the fact that he just, like, if all of it's coming out now, and it didn't even come out prior, it all happened now. The guy had a stronghold on Mississippi. Like, literally, they like cut it loose. I can't scroll up the link. I'll put the new link in. On Instagram, I saw that the ad or new GM and new coach went on a FaceTime call with 2026 to talk about the future. I don't know how much true that is. All right. There's a call. Jerry, what's up, buddy?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear
Oh
me?
no.
No.
Shelton, I know it. Once Cody signed off, I couldn't hear Martha. I was enjoying tonight because I could hear every caller. I could hear you, Cody. I was laughing that Dave couldn't. I thought my bad luck had left. I'm gonna try to give a different take to this and be quick again because I want to go back and listen to the last 20 minutes since Cody left. But for those who may not have been around back then, I've got two things I want to tell you that all day this has bothered me. I was so let down that we didn't get Lane. I was all aboard the Lane train, and I kept seeing all these posts from Auburn, Ole Miss, and all these people saying like, I can't believe that UF is reacting like that. They won the lottery. You know, there's a lot of people outside, seems like more outside of UF really feel like we want. And look, when guys like that really don't have anything invested, but I think they just know ball, like the film guy, you know, he graded all the coaching hires. He gave some UF an A+ and said, if there's anybody out there that I think is the next Saban, you know, type of disciple, I think it's this guy. And I really trust his opinion. That made me feel a lot better. It looks like Martha is going to make me feel better too when I go back and watch this. But just the two quick points I wanted to make. One, I have a lot of concerns about everything we've heard about the boosters and Gary, but I don't know the truth of what happened. I don't know that we ever will. And I'm just going to paint a scenario here. Um, I think that it's probably right that Lane didn't come here because he does have concerns about Strickland. I think a lot of us have concerns about Strickland. And once, you know, LSU named their AD, that guy's supposedly really tight with Jimmy Sexton. He's serious about football and they're going to give him what he wants. Maybe it was a business decision for Lane, you know, that he just genuinely looks at the programs and does not think that he thinks, well, I would have come last year and Scott didn't fire him then, you know, uh, that he didn't seem serious about football last year. So I don't blame Lane for that. And I don't think, you know, everybody's roasting Lane on how he's handled it. I listened to him talk to Marty, the NASCAR guy, I can't remember his name, Marty Smith or whatever. I thought he was very gracious. He really said that he wishes Ole Miss the best. He respects Scott. Said that Scott Carter said that Scott Carter has really treated them well. He has nothing but love, and that this was a tough decision. It seemed legit. You know, I mean, him trying to burn the place down. It seems immature on the surface, but dude, this guy's a competitor. Saban would have done the same exact thing. You try to take everything from your rival that you can because now you're married to somebody else. You got divorced. You ripped the band-aid off. It was a hard decision, but I don't blame him for trying to, you know, tell people come or go. Charlie, coming or going, like they won't let me coach. I respect their decision. I understand it, but now I've got to do what's best for LSU. That's how I would have wanted him to act here. So I can't really blame him for that. And I didn't feel like, at least publicly, now privately it might have been different, but publicly he didn't seem like he was, you know, saying anything but good things about Oxford and Old Miss and the time that he had there. So I respect him for that. But I don't know about Gary. I've heard that the $400 million renovation, there's multiple you know, people in that. I'm going to look into that
Yeah.
more. But Gary will make the bulk share of the money out of this. You know, and I'm going to ask my dad to talk to our friends who do that kind of stuff and
Yeah,
you
more
know see
digging.
what they
Can't hear me, but yeah.
see what the details are if we know. But I want to play a quick game and just I'm going to get so roasted for this. Sheldon, the chat room is going to just absolutely crucify me and that's okay. I'm okay with that. I feel the exact same now that I felt when Urban got hired. A lot of people probably weren't around back then, but I was so mad when they announced Urban Meyer because I knew Bob Stoops was coming. You know,
Mhm.
I was on the airplane tracker. I was an undergrad then, and didn't know a thing about Urban. And I was like, why are we getting a guy from Utah who had one quarterback, you know, Alex Smith? And that guy, we're hiring somebody who got lucky with Alex Smith, but I didn't know anything else about him. I'd heard he wanted to go to Ohio State or Notre Dame, and we were his third bet. I was like, but a lot of Gator fans were upset that it wasn't Stoops. You know, Stoops was the sexy name, just like Lane. And we were going crazy because he was in the bag. We just knew it. And then when Urban gave some press conferences and came and started talking to people, I was like, this guy's a competitor. He knows exactly what he's walking into, and he doesn't give a shit. He's coming because he sees an opportunity. He sees a hungry fan base, and he believes that he can do it. I get the same vibe from Summerall, where I'm definitely going to give him a chance. I've got a lot of reservations, especially with the boosters and all this kind of stuff. I don't know what to think yet, but this is what I'm going to get roasted for. I teach medical students all the time. I usually throw a scenario out there where I'll give a fake patient with a bunch of symptoms, and I'll say, all right, and I purposely set it up to where you can think it's one of 4 or 5 different diagnoses. And I'll say, who thinks it's this? And somebody will raise their hand. And then I'll say, who thinks it's this? And somebody else will raise their hand. I said, okay, before you argue your point, because that's all you're thinking about right now is arguing why you're right. I want you to take the other guy's position and argue to me why he's right. And try to look at it totally different and go with the assumption that you're wrong and try to talk yourself wrong. And it's really hard for people to do. But it's really, really important to learn how to think that way. Like, how am I possibly wrong about this? And I'm trying to think through Gary's point of view, Gary Condren. How could I be wrong about this? It sure looks like this guy may have torpedoed the whole thing, and that Scott may have, and Scott's the worst ever. But from a business point of view, if Gary has a lot of money coming to this renovation, he wants the best product out there. What if the guy's got a ton of money? He's our biggest booster. He probably knows people at LSU. He probably knows people everywhere. What if he knew, and maybe even some of our boosters didn't know, that Lane really just was not sold on Scott for whatever reason, or whatever reason he knew it wasn't going to happen? Him setting that deadline before the Egg Bowl was the perfect play, because he knew that Auburn was that close to grabbing him and that everybody else wanted him, that if it wasn't Lane, as far as the rest of the world was concerned, Summerall's the guy, and he's the one that we've got to get. And if we don't do it now, we're not going to get it. If he knew that Lane wasn't coming, him going on chat boards trying to prepare people, saying, hey, you know, we really, everybody thought it was Lane, and he probably knew this is going to go bad. I don't know how much Gary loves the Gators. He's sure given a lot of money. It's hard to give money if you don't really care. He seems kind of childish and immature going on chat boards, but maybe he's just a big fan. I don't know. I'd be like that if I was a billionaire. I'd be on there just, you know, trying to give insider stuff because he knows how much people love it and he loves the attention. But maybe he and Scott both made the right move. I can't understand you at all. I hate this. Uh, may, Maybe this was the best move, because it really looks like, from people outside of our program, that we are definitely better off than Auburn and Arkansas, and that we got a great guy. And the guy's crazy for coming here after being roasted on Twitter like he was. I kind of like that. So, um, I hope that my same exact feelings I had for Urban are, I'm going to look back at Summerall and say, every time I have a lot of reservations, it goes
Can
well,
you hear me?
because, man, when we hired Billy, I was all on board and loved it
No.
and couldn't wait to
I
get
can't
him
believe I
here,
muted
and
this
that
whole time. I
was
was talking
dead
shit. You can't
wrong.
even hear me.
But I still like Billy. But,
I said he's got me
there's a
hostage.
lot of opportunity here, and I'm curious to
This is
see
what he
why
does. He said he
Summerall
thinks
chose
that you
us
can't hear me, so
over
he keep
Auburn
talking.
and other places that were really wanting him, because he's not making a whole lot of money. Like,
All right,
I
Jeremy,
bet
I
he
gotta
could have
go.
made more
Jeremy,
money at Ole Miss. So, all right,
Jeremy.
I appreciate it. Love you guys. Go Gators. And are you waving me goodbye?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Love you, Martha, and keep it real. See y'all soon.
Quick points, Jeremy. Bro, he puts me hostage like that. I'm like, brother, I can't even respond. And I'm like, dude, you're killing me. You're killing me. Real quick, I saw this comment. Where is he at? Where'd he go? I want him to call in. He says you're bitching about not getting interviews, so why keep kissing ass? I'm not kissing ass. I'm not bitching about it. I was giving you the point. Just call in, brother. He's probably not even here anymore. T-Dub.
What's
Don't
up,
put me to
buddy?
sleep, T-Dub. What up, buddy?
I'm not. It's really hard to follow Martha on that. You know, I really like the point. I really like the point that she says, how are you going to better your career if you're going to just be in one place at one time? That's kind of like a high school coach, you know, applying for a college position or anything else, or NFL or college coach going to the NFL. You know, it's a step up to prove. Let's get the Lane thing out of the way. You know, I never really did like him. I said I'd support him. Summerall, don't know much about him. You know, he did have a depleted team when we did play him in the bowl game. So there's that. But the thing about it is, if he's gonna come and get fired, and I like the statement. You know, we all seen it about being the offensive coordinator and getting one, and then explosive plays are mandatory if the players grab onto that. If he really means that, instead of just whatever. Don't go to sleep on me. I'm trying here.
No, I'm seeing the comments.
No, man, but no, man. I really like him. I mean, I don't know how long he's gonna stay around, but if he has fire, if he has that instead of all the, at least we ain't got to hear the word ultimately anymore. I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe we could get him to wear a visor. Maybe Tulane didn't have any. But
No,
I just
want
want
to be a visor, guys. We don't have to. He'll be his own person. I can't.
I know. I was kidding about that, but I want him. I would like for him on his press conference to say, we want to play winning football. I've never even heard the word complimentary football until Billy even got here. That's kind of like when COVID happened, 6 feet apart. What in the world are we talking about here? I'm going to give him a chance. I think, like Martha said, he may come in and do really good. I never really did like Lane to start with. That one comment that he says, we're going to make Florida sing Rocky Top all. We're going to sing make Gators sing Rocky Top when we beat them in the swamp. Well, they never did beat us, so therefore, and he pulled out of a lot of schools. But anyway, I just wanted to come on, give this guy a chance. Good game yesterday. I really think if Summerall tries, we can mainly keep our main guys. I really, after yesterday, I really feel Jaden Ball will stay. Being that he will be the featured back coming in next year. The quarterback play, I have no idea. I hope Dallas Wilson stays, BB3. Some of our main guys, Miles Graham, if he's a defensive guy.
I hope we find out who stays or goes, T-Dub, so I don't have to tell you who you hope stays.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying,
I hope they're watching to know how bad you want them to stay. That's what I
really do. I mean, if the three I really want on offense, I just told you, BB3, Dallas, and Ball. Everybody else can leave. We need a new offensive line, but we need fire. I would really like for Summerall to also bring back the uniform combos. We have so many combos, it's crazy. We never used the blue helmet that we used for recruiting to play with. We haven't done orange on orange, and I really think the black uniforms look pretty cool. Now that we're doing night games, it won't be so hot for the guys.
Let's just win some games, T-Dub. We'll worry about visors and outfits later.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I want to win. You're getting away. You can't tell me you want the guy to come on here and win and then say you want to look cute on Saturdays. No.
I ain't saying that. I want to win. I want to win. My mama wants us to win.
We want to win for mama too.
Yeah,
I appreciate you.
Real quick, I have a prayer request for you. I found out today that they had to take one of my aunts to the ER. She ain't been doing good, and we found out earlier she's bleeding internally. So just pray that she needs just need a miracle in her body, and and I love this show, and I love all our other associated Gator networks that we all participate with. So anyway, I just wanted to come on and and let's give Sumrall a chance, guys. Let's hope let's pray he makes the right decisions on the coordinators, but give him a chance. Don't say he's Billy 2.0. We really don't know, and we'll just see what happens. Spring games will be here before we know it. So anyway, but we'll holler at you later, brother.
Later, Bubba. The chat is out of control. You guys are a piece of work. Real quick, there's super chats flowing in here. This super chat killed me. Hold on. Jeremy L sharing 10 pages from his autobiography with us tonight. Jeremy, I'll keep it quick. Damn, I hate to see the long version. Sheldon, love the show. You're the best. I appreciate it, buddy. I love it. Anthony, what's up, buddy?
Oh, and
Can you hear
again,
me?
the sound. You know what? I'm just gonna go with it, Shelton. It is what it is. The sound is
Don't
crazy
Jeremy
today.
us.
So I can't hear what you're saying. So I'm not gonna do what a couple callers ago did, but I'm not gonna do that. But I can't hear you. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give a quick theory, and then I'm gonna tell you the one thing that's bugged me over the past 4 years of Billy Napier, probably different than most. It's not his play calling, it's not any of that. But I'll get to that after I share my theory real quick. So this is my theory. We know that Jimmy Sexton is one of the most powerful people in college football, especially when it comes to coaches. And I feel like Jimmy Sexton, as soon as we fired Billy Napier and Lane became our number one, that gave like the green light for colleges to know, oh man, Lane's willing to move. He's willing to leave. And I believe this is my own personal coping mechanism, whatever you want to call it. But I believe Jimmy Sexton's plugged in with every AD, everybody. And when LSU found out that Lane Kiffin was willing to leave, why do you fire a 5-3 Brian Kelly? So what they did is they put the pressure on Brian Kelly. Fire your OC or whatever. No, I won't. Okay, we'll fire him and the offensive line coach. And it started this feud to give LSU the ability to fire Brian Kelly, knowing they were going for Lane Kiffin. And once they made that move to fire Brian Kelly, I believe LSU's been Lane Kiffin's number one all along. Him entertaining Florida was a smokescreen. I believe LSU would not pull the trigger unless they knew they were going to get that next face in there. And I'm telling you, I feel like we were just the laughing stock between a relationship between Sexton and LSU even before Brian Kelly got fired. And so this idea that we ever had a chance, this is why I'm not mad we got oh, sorry, my little one.
You already forgot his name.
The coach we got. I'm sorry. I can't hear you. Now, I'll say this and I'm done. I'll say this and I'm done. What I'm tired of over the past 4 years, more than even Billy Napier's play calling, was watching our players not be retained after they had good seasons. Watching our next year up and coming sophomores go to Texas A&M, go to Virginia Tech, go to LSU, go to our best. One of our wide receivers left and became Texas Tech best wide receiver that they had. That's what I was tired of. Until we can start retaining all those players and building depth over time, it don't matter who the head coach is. We're going to be talking about this and blaming the head coach, when the truth is if we start retaining that depth, we're Florida. We'll have depth and we'll be able to prove our point. But I'm tired of watching our players just go to these Power 5 conferences back to back to back to back. I'm tired of it. And so I'll say this and I'll shut up.
No, you're good.
Go look at all of the rosters and watch all the look. Boone, Arkansas. We could just go on and on and on and on about how top talent just leaves us because we won't pay them. Period. we have to stop that, and that's it.
Yeah.
So Shelton, man, I appreciate you. I've been wanting to give that my personal theory for a long time, and so I'm glad we got a coach who wants us. If they put their money where their mouth is, like Billy said, one of his first slogans was, "Scared money don't make money." If we finally turn into that kind of college, we'll turn college football around. Truly show scared money don't make money. I get hot about that, man. We are cheap. That's why we're not who we think we are. So, Shelton, I'm done. The administration's got to prove me otherwise, or I feel bad for any coach who takes our job. Period. They're gonna be left out in the wind. All right, Shelton.
Later, buddy. Very good. Good stuff,
Good
brother.
night. I can't
night,
hear
bud.
you. I'm gonna relog back in and listen to you later.
Great points. The theory was great, and I do agree with retaining talent. Bro stood up and he was the same height, had me dying, bro. The super chats are out of control. We are in a deep dark place. Let me get caught up on these. I already read that. I read that on Instagram. I read that. Billy is Zook to wait. Is Sumrall to Urban? Possibly. 400 million seats is nice. It is nice, Mike. $5. We ride with our guy. Get some. I like that. Get some. There we go. F Lane. There we go. Yeah, the Jeremy stuff had me rolling. It's gonna be exciting to see our coach crash on the sidelines. Now we're gonna have a fire setter out there. That is true. Black uniforms should be mandatory 3 seasons a game. I don't mind it. I'm just one more games. I looked at Sumrall's offense and it said that he adjusted his offense to his player strengths. So it sounds like he's already better than Napier. That's very nice. All right, Tennessee Gamer, what's up? Hey, you've been here all night, but let's give me some juice, baby. No way.
I'm screwing with you, bro.
Fuck. Hell yeah, we're back.
All right. Hey, I'm going to give everybody about 3 seconds. If you've got young kids listening, shut their ears off.
Turn it up.
1,000, 2, 1,003. Fuck Lane Kiffin and fuck Scott Strickland. Fucking assholes. Scott Strickland especially. He is a fucking loser. That's all I'll say as far as cuss words go.
Okay. All right. Great start.
All right.
Great start. I think we're all on the same page. Look, we're all on the F Lane train now, so that's great. We have a different type of choo-choo train.
Jon Sumrall, I think, will be – I know he'll be better than Napier. Napier's biggest –
low bar.
Do you think this – our practices, he wasn't going full speed. Even
I know
during
that.
warm-ups, you would see, like, the linemen – LEP could even said something about this. They weren't warming up like every other team out there. And I think that's Billy Napier's biggest thing. He had us going half speed during practices, and then it showed during games.
No, I couldn't agree more. And we talked about it a couple of times because he would talk about, how we amp practice up this go around. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. Look, the way the whole thing was managed, I always wish, like, now that it's over, we could get some more insight. I don't know if it'd make us feel any better, if it would make us more irate, but these are the things why I try to ask as many questions as we do. But again, these beat reporters, it'll be interesting to see how much access they get. Like, there's going to be so many things. I mean, I've been doing this since Napier started. So that's all that I know from a sense of how it's handled on, I'll call it the media side of things. I'm not in that full realm, but I would say I'm obviously a bit closer. I know that by the conversations I'm able to have. So it's going to be fun. I'm excited to pick. I always ask the same question to every reporter when they come on my show, whether it's Alberti, whether it's Parker, whether it's Delator, whether it's Goodall, whether it's Grant. Like, they're all different guys. They all work for different networks. And I always ask the same question. What do you notice is different from last year to this year? They see it. I don't see it. So we'll ask the same questions again. And I think that I'm hoping that it'll feel fresher. Maybe it'll be worse. But I'm excited, really excited to hear that. And look, what I am excited about this for too is I know Graham Hall, I know Zach Goodall, and I know Nick Delator, who have been labeled as pessimistic, will give us a very, not that anybody doesn't, but they'll be more reserved on what they say, which I'm excited to hear.
And this is just stuff you hear us as fans and followers. Supposedly, Meyer being a big person trying to get Sumrall here, and then he went and met with him. Dude, Urban Meyer has not made, well, there was the one person that had a bad background that he hired. But Urban Meyer, everybody he's called has been legit as far as their coaching goes. And I honestly believe that right there makes me feel better about Sumrall.
My bad, Dylan. Dylan too. Sorry, Dylan. I haven't seen you, Dylan. I thought you died. Go ahead, Tennessee.
And then when you listen to him, he's like a no shit's given coach. And I think that's what we need. Billy Napier for the last 4 years, you got to add up. You have to bring them together. There's a lot of things you can learn through this game we call football. Fucking killed me. I hated watching that every week, and that's all he do. Sumrall seems like he's going to, like, cut the shit and just get to the brass tacks. And speaking of brass tacks, how about Martha? Spitting facts and laying tracks, baby.
Keep it on the railroad track, baby. Yeah.
She kills it every time.
She's great, man. I love her.
I'm all in on Sumrall because he was named our coach. I truly believe he may have a chance.
Hey, real quick, breaking. Pete Thamel just reported that Stoops is likely out
at Kentucky.
Yes, sir. Which I don't know if our boy Sumrall signed the dotted line yet, but that's his alma mater. So
That's exactly what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah.
Good thing we signed him when we did.
Well, if we did, I don't know. Maybe he backs out. This could get wild. Buckle up, boys.
When's the presser supposed to be?
Tomorrow, 3:45. Not done yet.
Surely to God he's
If we lose him, I think Gator Nation would rejoice, but it would just confirm everything we've discussed. I think you could say F. Scott Strickland again. Cole Kubelik just said home run hire too to Jon Sumrall, by the way, which doesn't make me feel any better. Like, honestly, the more I see people saying that it was a home run hire, the more reserved I get, because Kubelik also told me we had top offensive linemen. I don't know what to believe anymore, but
yeah, I'm not going to say home run hire, but I'm going to say better than what we had. I mean, it's better than what we had.
I think Tennessee, we could have hopped in there a bit. It'd have been better. But I appreciate your calls, man. You're a blast. You got to make sure you always call and you always make great points. And I appreciate you.
You have a good night, man. I'll let y'all go.
You be good, man. Thank you.
All right, man.
I love Jeremy. Look, he says, hearing people mad about me long-winded makes me die laughing. My wife will love this. Sorry, y'all. What I love is you're like, hey man, I'm gonna be quick. And I believe you. I'm like, all right, cool. Like he gets it. And then you just completely just get lost in the sauce. And it's it makes it worse when I can't say anything. You have been extremely patient. You've been man, guys. Brother. You're just riding it out. I see you down there, and you sat through all of it. It's incredible,
dude,
man. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's been awesome. Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hell yeah. You joined today. Chats. I always butcher your name, so.
Yeah. Planet Rebooted. It used to be my last name, but got a job.
Planet Rebooted was your last name?
No. I changed it to that. It used to be my name, right? Because my drill sergeant in the Army, my drill sergeant used to call me Planet, my last name, because he's like, dude, you did college calculus in high school. Your head's this big, like the size of a planet, right? So that's the story behind that.
Thank you for your service.
Got a professional job and had to change the YouTube handle. But dude, I've been on the Lane train with you guys and with everybody else this whole time. I was livid, just like Swolder. I was livid. Woke up this morning really, really pissed off at Scott Strickland, and I've been watching, all the YouTube podcasts today, doing what you should never do, going through the chats, comments. Right through the comment section, and man, I'm actually more pissed off at Gator fans now than I am at Scott Strickland, because it's like, give this guy a chance, right? Yes, he was not our first choice, but if you look at who everyone else was looking for, he was Auburn's first choice. He was Ole Miss's first choice if Lane were to leave. He was LSU's second choice. And you look at all the other coaches that got hired today, right? I think even Lane, I think we knocked it out of the park, right? I went back and I looked up his record. I listened to some of his post-game press conferences, and in coaching today, I've been a football coach, right? And so I've gone to all these football coaching conferences and everything. And there's these two theories of thought in modern day coaching dealing with modern football players. One's you got to treat them with kid gloves. Well, that was the Billy freaking Napier model of coaching, right? It doesn't work. I can tell you right now, our local high school does the same thing. It doesn't work, right?
Look, I think
and then
real
there's
quick to that with my kid. I was talking with a buddy today about it because I mean, he's 3 and I love him. I'm tenderoni with him because that's my boy.
Yeah.
But if he's an asshole and he talks back to his mom or if he acts like a dickhead,
you got to give him the boot, right?
Bro, to the dirt quick.
Yes.
And at first you're kind of like, man, I don't want to be mean. I don't want him to hate me. But it's how you do it because he also knows like I love him to death. And he respects it more. Like he doesn't really get too rowdy with it. So if you do it in the right way, and then you're just as aggressively supportive and loving, then it works, right? Like you don't just That's the difference. So
no, it's got to be two-sided, right? Just like a parent. Just like a parent, you can't always be soft
because it's the same thing. Yeah, like if you're wrong, you're gonna know that you're wrong. And when you killed it, you're gonna know that you killed it. I'm gonna tell you that I love you and I got you. And if you're honest with me, I will burn this bitch to the ground to help you. But if you are wrong, you are going to know about it and you're going to be embarrassed for being wrong. That's just what it is. And we're going to move on about it.
But sadly, like Billy Napier didn't have that. And there is this whole genre of coaches out there that don't believe in that. Like you can never put the boot to them when they deserve it the most. You can never give that ideal peer pressure in front of the team, criticize them in front of the team for screwing up and being the one that screwed up. Right.
Set a tone and be consistent. That's it.
Yeah. But my whole point with that is Jon Sumrall, from everything I've listened to coming out of his own mouth after some of these press conferences, watching him on the sidelines, from clips from some of the Tulane games, right? He's the opposite. We demand a standard. The standard is winning. The standard is doing better today than you did yesterday. You didn't do that. So no, this was not a win. If you listen to the Charlotte post conference, right, they won that game, and he's like, "This wasn't a win. This wasn't a win. We played like absolute dog crap. We need to do better." And that's the kind of coach I want. I want a coach who's going to be like, "You better do better today than you did yesterday. You step up to this field today, and you give the same effort that you gave yesterday. Go find another program. Hop in the transfer portal. I'm done with you." Right? That's the kind of coach we need at Florida. And unfortunately, recently, we haven't had that, right? That, to me, you always speak, we need a dog. Like, that's a coach who is a dog, who's like, you're going to win or you're going to get out, right? So, like I was saying, right, man, the chat and the comments section, all these people who, fire Sumrall, that's BS, man. If you're a true Florida fan, you need to get behind him. You should be behind him, right? Get behind Johnny Gator and get out there, do the chomp, give him your support, and let's go win some football games. One other point I want to make. One other point I want to make is we got to retain Jaden Ball, right? None of us know how Sumrall is going to do, but if he can retain Jaden Ball, who should be the highest paid athlete on the team, hands down, bar none, I say pay that kid more than you're paying his running backs coach, right, to retain him. I think we'll do good.
Amen, man. Plan rebooted. I appreciate the call. Thank you for the patience, man. And I hope to see you again. Great call.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, man. Dracula Boy says, someone's making shit up. His kid's 3. How much can he even talk? He's trying to give an example. Well, he can spell my name right. He can say it better than Sheldon because it's Shelton. And I can promise you he can articulate very well. And if his mother goes, hey, you need to do this, he says no and will throw a fit, which is, in my standards, being disrespectful to his mother. You're more than welcome to come over and see my 3-year-old son read the encyclopedia to you if you need to. Stay here, TV. What's up, buddy?
Man, what's going on, man? Hey, man.
Were you showing me receipts? What the hell's going on down there?
No. Okay. I'm in the truck. I was just filling out paperwork. That's all, man. So yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I feel like
you're all in. You're all in.
Nah, man. I feel like if we can get an innovative offensive coordinators similar to the Fun and Gun offense, not even that, just an OC that caters to the strength of the guys that we have, and even bringing a lights out defensive coordinator with a proven track record. All I really need from my head coach, I don't know about you, man, but it's like the archetype, a program builder, a CEO. You know what I mean? Billy Napier, we all know, was reluctant to, take upon that role of a CEO and just manage everything else around the program, man. And like, I don't know, man. So, and that's the question I want to ask you, Sheldon, and anybody in the chat is like, what is the archetype of a head coach that you look for? Because if Sumrall, if he's a program builder, that's perfect for me. You bring in the assistants and the coordinators, because if you're a program builder, and I still want you to answer that question, but if you're a program builder, to me, that means that you can bring in elite, you can recruit well. Not only can you recruit well, you can develop talent, which we all had a question mark with Billy Napier. You know what I mean? So, like, what is the archetype that you look for in a head coach?
That's your question for me, the archetype?
Yeah, anybody. Like, what? Yeah, you. Like,
and again, I think that's honestly a really good question. And that's why I put those polygraph charts together, because everybody thinks they know what they want, right? And again, when people, I know we're joking, but it's like, oh, he doesn't wear a visor. Like, some of those things is like, that comes down to what it is. Like, how does he sound under pressure? Does he take jabs? Does he throw the ball a long way? Is it fiery? They score 90 points. Like, that's, what is it? And again, I think that's where I was attracted to Jedd Fisch, were the things of flipping the two programs that he took over around, right? Like, did it in two different scenarios, two different situations. If you look at the programs or where they were, where he brought them, showed to do it in different ways, which I thought was nice. Those are things that I was looking for, because I didn't want to get caught up in just, well, it's funny because he's good at press conferences. Obviously, Lane's not just that. Obviously, Lane is proven to be a winner and to kill people, right? So that's obviously good things too. And again, people are like, well, will we be concerned if he leaves in a couple of years? I think that with any coach, you're going to have weird caveats.
Right.
I'm sure Sumrall has something weird about him. I don't know what it is yet. I'm sure there's going to be something we don't like. That's just, in any relationship, there's things you don't like. How you get past it is, hopefully you're able to, the good outweighs the bad, if you will. And the guy that's talking shit about my kid, your name's in the encyclopedia, just call him, brother. I would love to have a conversation to hear how intelligent you are.
But no, the things that I'm, upon doing research and the things that I've heard about Sumrall, apparently he's a motivator, a guy that's going to get in these players' faces and, like, hey, man, tighten up, man. We need to, you know what I mean? I think we need that, man. Just bring in a lights out OC, bring in a lights out defensive coordinator, and just play the role, man.
Yeah, I think my like the video I was sharing some stuff today. I'm not gonna just like be completely like bought in, but I love the energy, I love the passion that he's brought thus far and what he's shown, and I think those are some of the things that we've lacked. Right off rip, we've lacked. So those things are good.
He's gonna have to hit the port. This. He's gonna have to hit the portal really hard.
Look, and this is what I said. Everyone's overreacting, and I think Rebooted, he kind of get a good point, man. You go read what people. I went and looked up at Sumrall and saw what people are saying. The things that people, Florida fans are saying, I'm like, guys, like this. I get flack for being a Disney Gator. I'd rather be that than what I was seeing people writing this man who took this job, which is just asinine.
Yeah.
Like, not that Napier deserved the things that he got, but I understood the hate that he received. Like, he made us frustrated. Sumrall ain't done nothing yet. Wrong, anyways. He's got 45 days to really kind of put things into a good perspective and to back up some words. So it's going to be a fun 30 days. Wife probably a little McFlurry, so a little cheers to the boys. But yeah.
Hey, cheers to that, man. Hey, man, you stay blessed, man. Gator Nation, stand up.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Yep.
Bad idea to eat a mouthful of M&Ms and try to talk here. I shouldn't feed the trolls. You guys are right. But when I get an hour and a half in, the kid thing is my weak point. When kids attack me about the kid, and I don't even say it wasn't I feel like it was attacking my kid. That's where I draw the line. I can't. Look, wasn't talking shit about your kid. I probably took it the wrong way. I get very sensitive about my kid. That's probably my fault. All right. And I acknowledge that. That's on me. Jordan, what's up, buddy? Actually, no, hold on. Jordan, nice shirt. Nice shirt, brother. You can't hear me.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Yeah. No.
No, I can't hear you. So it's all good. You're your link is in shambles right now, man. But so shout out to you shouting with the beat UGA, man. I wore it proud that day, man. I was pretty upset. Had a house full of Bulldog fans. It was a tragic day for me. The Summerall thing, yeah, I agree. We need to get behind him. We need to get behind this dude. We got what we got. It is what it is. It's the powers that be. So we need to do what we need to do as Gator fans and stay by our coach no matter what. Um, we've been in this situation. We know how this goes. So I don't know why we're so upset. You know what I mean? Um, I think we honestly did dodge a bullet. Lane Kiffin has left them high and dry. The fact that he's taking their strength and their strength coach and taking their offensive coordinator is crazy to me. And now they're going to the playoffs with no offensive coordinator and no strength and conditioning coach. That is insane. At the most important time that you need it. So I wouldn't want nobody like that running the Gators. You can say that he was arguing back and forth, saying, "Hey, it's either this or that." I don't give a shit. After everything you did with that team, for you to do that is crazy to me. And I do agree with Anthony on something. Anthony hit the nail on the head on something. If we lose Jaden Ball like we lost ETN to Georgia, bro, I'm gonna be so mad. Even though he did go on the press conference and say he's a Gator for life, he's from Atlanta. So all it takes is the right person to come whisper in his ear from Georgia and sneak him over there once their running backs go to the league or whatever they want to do. So if we lose him, that's going to be horrible. Hopefully, Dallas and Eugene, once they get better, they see that we stood by them through their healing process and everything, and they come back strong next year. And we need to keep Mizell too. If we keep them all happy, everybody thinks we need to hit this portal hard. We really don't. We have a win now team for next year. We just need the right people in the right positions on our team. So that's why everybody was like, we need Lane because Lane will inherit a team that's a win now team. So when he comes in, you guys are expected to go to the playoffs immediately. There is no building a program. There is no, we need to hit the portal. We need to go recruit our ass off. We don't need all of that. What we need is a line. We do need a line, that's for sure. So at least you have your focus groups. You need an O line, you need a badass D line. And as long as we keep Graham and them as our linebackers and stuff, we're gonna be straight. So it's all about this year is going to be Summerall retaining the talent that he currently has on top of knowing the pieces that he needs. That's it. Other than, and I'm talking about player pieces. We also have coach pieces that we need to take into consideration that we need to
Yeah.
fill those spots, obviously. But
Yep.
his main focus needs to be retaining these players, getting on their good side, getting them to trust his vision and go from there. Because, like I said, we do have a win now team. There is no excuse why next year we should not make the playoffs if we have a coach that actually has fire and not like Billy Napier, where I think, correct me if I'm wrong, since I can't hear you, shake your head, yes or no.
Yeah.
He had, if I can remember right, there was one game where I seen him get fired up on the sideline. One,
Correct.
just
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
And I
Two.
remember getting two. I
Yeah.
remember getting excited when I
Yeah.
seen it.
It was like game
and
two.
and
It was like
it
game
was
one.
it's nuts to me the
Yeah.
fact that as a fan you have to sit there and watch your nonchalant coach with a nonchalant quarterback just sitting down on the sideline and just acting like everything's normal. You're down by 7, fourth quarter, you can get it right, get hype and win the game still, and everybody's just moseying on the sideline. That's crazy to me.
No doubt.
But yeah, I've seen Summer on the sideline. He be going ham. He goes
Yeah.
crazy on the sideline. And I've seen him in his press conferences. I like the fire that he has. Um, I think he's gonna do good, man. I think as long as he retains our players, gets the pieces in the right places, and an OC and a DC too that has fire, that's
Yeah.
ready to tear everybody a new one. they need to do a complete like Urban did when Urban came in there and just he got rid of the Gator head, he got rid of all the Gator swag, he got rid of everything, and he made you earn the patch in order to wear that patch. Everybody's going in there right now and they think you made the team, so now you deserve everything under the sun. And we're at the point now where, man, at this point, I can't even have arguments no more about who won the last national championship. We're creeping up on 20 years ago.
Yeah,
that's insane. We are
Yeah.
the Florida Gators. I don't understand it. Where you
Yeah.
got all these, you got SMU in the playoffs. You got these colleges that don't have no business there at all. Which I understand the whole
SMU's in the playoffs.
playoff committee thing and who has to go in and stuff like that. I get it,
I
but
hate when these guys can't hear me.
we are not living up to the patch that we have, man.
It's brutal. Yeah, I hear you, Bob. I appreciate you.
All right, man. I'll see you. Have a good one. Thank you.
Be good, man. It makes it awful because I'm literally a wall when they can't hear me. Paul, what's up, man?
Hey,
Please
how's
tell
it
me.
going?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I can hear you. I think it's pretty. I think it's wild that people are saying that you guys are bought, and they haven't seen the videos and Doreen coming out of the woodworking today, Urban coming out of the woodworking today, Warful coming out of the woodwork today. They haven't said a word leading up to this, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we have all these votes of confidence for
That
Sumrall.
was somebody kind of posted that. I don't know who it was, and I saw that, and I was like, then they posted everyone's clips, and I was like, wow, and Laura Rutledge too, and I was like, that is kind of weird that they all posted something very similar. Yeah, that was, and that was the first time where I
gun
was
to the
kinda
back of their head.
yeah, where I was kind of like, and again, I'm all for supporting the coach, and I get that part of it, but yeah, it was all like, yeah, this is really, really good. I don't know, it didn't make any sense to me at all. It was very strange, and that's why it's like, I think because we are supportive. Like I've kind of kept the same beat. I think people just have to get mad and think that we're bought, but it is what I don't really care. I think if you've met me or seen me at half the shows, you would know that isn't true. But you know,
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, there's a drastic difference between what you guys do and then create conversation about things, and then
correct.
just a
That's where
bot video that is just being spread around on the internet.
We are a water cooler. Yeah, we're water cooler amplified. That's all that we're like. That honestly, I'm kind of surprised with some of the stuff that we've said on that because I mean, I feel like we've got a pretty awesome following, and obviously Gator fans love what we put out there. That there's been I've mentioned the time they've messaged us, but since then nobody messaged us about like, hey, can you guys not be complete douchebags and tag us and stuff like nobody because Dave will tag people. Dave attacked what's his face LaFrance when he posted that shit. Like there's no holding back here. I'm reserved on certain things just because I'm like, hey, we are a big brand. We've got to be a little bit better. I mean, I'm not perfect, but you know. But
no. And I had another thing too, whereas like I 100% will back Summerall, and I know that he's going to give 120, 130% of everything that he has into this. I guess what sits wrong with me and just kind of rubs me the wrong way is like the level of manipulation. That's why I had that comment earlier, was like, don't be pissed at all the puppets, like the puppet masters, like Strickland and all them on the other side of this. Like they've just been manipulating narrative this entire time. That's why I just don't understand why release what they released on Friday. I still don't understand it.
The whole process of how it like. Again, what's irritating is we'll never get the story, and maybe I'll have Zach on and ask him because I feel like he, and then people get mad at him, but again, he was doing everything he could to report what he could report, and he has to follow certain rules. Like that's the thing, you guys, we don't follow any rules. I choose not to say things because I've seen what it's done to other people. Because if it's not true, it looks even worse. So we just wait. Like there's no value in my opinion of breaking stuff. That's not who we are. But how the thing got broke on Tuesday that we were interviewing Sumrall, and then it gets retracted, and he's like, I've removed my name from the search, and then kind of trolled us. He trolled us. Yeah. Very weird. Very weird. And then the timing of all of it, it'll never make sense to me. And to sit here and say we were playing chess the whole time, bullshit. I don't see it. But we'll never get the full story.
It's a big old PR campaign that they're going through right now. That's why all the videos came out today, is to make it look like they had control over the whole thing.
Yeah,
So
100%. 100%.
yeah,
A great call, man.
but,
I appreciate you. Appreciate all these super chats too, man.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
I love that you're supported too, man. Thanks, man.
Yep. Thanks.
DeLuca Boy says, I understand, bro. Jokes don't come across right sometimes. Yeah, I get it. And that's why I was like, look, I admit to like when I see something of my kid, like that shit irritates me. And not that you're being a dick, but that's kind of how I took it. And that's all my fault. But you're good, man. I appreciate the apology and knowing up to it. Bro stood. Oh, yes, I read that. Coach is already ahead of Billy by willing to give full control of the offense and PC to an OC. He's also bleeds orange and blue. I'm excited now. No doubt. Crazy to think we got a playoff coach. That's true, Dempsey. Positives. Again, hire Sam Pittman and Mark Stoops. Mark Stoops now has officially been hired, as I can see from the chat. Stoops for DC. I love Stoops. I think Stoops he's very Kirby-esque like in the way that he manages his team, where he likes to make it muddy. Lane has been passed around more than a lot lizard. Holy shit. Summerall's all in on Florida. Chose UF for less money, walking into a frying pan. Regardless, it'll be much better than Napier day one. Hashtag Summerall in. I love the name. Icona, welcome to the family. Thank you for becoming a member. Summerall said in an interview that he doesn't hire friends. Also huge. Like the players, fans should hit the portal too. Kentucky to fire Stoops per on 3. Stoops for DC. I watched the Summerall interview with Pate, and he mentioned advice from Stoops for his first head coach job. We'll see if that's what Stoops wants to do. I mean, he already worked with him, but he was his boss before. Could it happen? We'll see. Lo, talk to me, baby.
What's going on? What's going on?
What up, man? What up?
Oh man, look. Yeah, it was we should have got rid of Napier last year. I know we went on that run from last year, but going through all this, yeah, we should have hindsight is 2020. We should have got rid of Napier a long time ago. But hey, I'm with Summerall. Hopefully he does great. We need to keep most of the guys on the roster, but we'll see what happens.
No doubt. I think that was a good point. I think it was Perez about, and someone else mentioned it too. I think it was Anthony. Like that is going to be the big thing. Like retain some guys. You've got things you have to attack in the portal. But even with Napier here, we struggle with that, and that's a good point. So now would Lane have struggled with that? I don't know because it was a financial thing. I don't think guys left because of playing. Some probably did, right? But it was more of a financial thing that we weren't willing to spend the money, and some didn't deserve it, but some did.
Yeah.
So
facts.
I love it, man.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, bub.
Yeah.
Jarrett, what's up, man?
What's going on, man?
How you doing?
So the only negative thing I can say about Jon Sumrall is he's a group of 5 coach, and the bad thing about Florida is it's been a long time since Florida's had success, and that's with that was in 2019, I believe, 2020 era, and y'all were in a SEC title game with Dan Mullen, and I get that he gave up in 21, but y'all lost a lot of players due to injury, and he wanted to go pro, and I know he kind of quit on the team, but that was the best coach besides Jim McElway, and it's not really the coach's fault. It's the AD's fault.
I like Muschamp better than McElwain, but go ahead.
It's not really the coach's fault. It's the AD's fault, and it's really Ron DeSantis' fault because he fired the president, and the president can't fire the AD because it's an interim president, and that's the whole problem you got. So it's really never going to change until you get an actual full-time president. Like not an interim.
We definitely need a president established immediately. Yeah, we keep forgetting that of the cluster in that regards.
And that's the whole reason why you have the issue with your AD because he's so terrible and you don't like him, and because your president can't fire him because he's an interim, he doesn't have that power.
Well,
I hate it for Florida fans because it's a political problem, not a not a game problem, not a sport problem. It's a political problem, which is stupid. And the same problem was with the LSU thing. So I wouldn't be shocked if Lane Kiffin doesn't win. He's probably expected to win at least within 2 years a SEC title. and then the next year after 3 years.
I would LSU Lane's going to have the same expectation as Brian Kelly did, and
I'm expecting from him. I'm a Georgia fan, but what he's probably expected the first 2 years, no less, is a SEC title, and then the third year, national championship. And if he can't provide the national championship within the third year,
it's
Billy
got
got fired.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey man, well you're Georgia. Good luck in the SEC championship, Bubba. I appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah, okay.
Be good, man. Thank you. Boys, I feel like I'm missing out on the Kiffin files. Like, what's going on? Kiffin just slinging that thing around? Patrick.
Hey, man.
You're on the call.
So my biggest problem about Summerall would be his only time in SEC is Kentucky and Ole Miss. I didn't look it up on like what years or whatever, but neither
I got
one
them
of
for you
those.
right here. You want them?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Yep. So he was a Kentucky grad assistant for 1 year. Then he went to San Diego as a defensive line coach for 2 years. Then he was a DC assistant head coach for a year at San Diego. Then he was at Tulane as a co-DC for a year, for 2 years actually. Then went to Troy as an assistant head coach for 2 years. Then went to Ole Miss for a linebacker coach. Kentucky as an inside linebacker coach for a year, and then became the DC co-DC at Kentucky for a year. Then went back to Troy.
What year was he in Kentucky as the DC coach?
The year they beat us.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say, because like that's the only thing that I would have give Billy over. I would give Billy over Summerall is he was underneath Nick Saban. He knows Kirby Smart. Like he has like a better track record of coaches
when I compared it
of
earlier,
winning.
I would say because I mean I forgot that that he was an OC at Clemson. They're similar. They're very similar, to be quite honest with you. Both experience in Power 4 conferences outside of, I would say, more of an assistant where he was an assistant at. But the one thing I would say is that this man has skyrocketed through. I mean, you see, it's only been a year in every position. So I'd assume that's a compliment. I mean, the Ole Miss to Kentucky is a lateral move more than likely. And it was probably just the opportunity to go coach at your alma mater versus Ole Miss. That was under Lane, I think. Under Stoops, who I believe is a pretty, I would say a well-rounded coach. Is not. I mean, it's Kentucky, right? There's only so much you can do. But then it was a DC, and then went to Troy, and then now obviously took over Tulane. Took over a dysfunctional Tulane last year, and here they are now with an opportunity to go to a championship. And he won the Sun Belt at championship twice. That he was in the first 2 years. His 2 years at Troy, he won the Sun Belt. Which, mind you, I would say the difference between Billy is Billy took 3 years to win it at Louisiana, if I'm not mistaken. He was at Louisiana from 2018 to 2021, and he didn't start winning until his second and third year, where old boy showed up and won it right away. So a little different. On that one. And he's had 2 head coaching jobs. Billy was only at Louisiana. He only had 1 head coaching job.
I mean, all I've heard was like the whole Kentucky, and then he was like something for the Ole Miss. And I was like, man, neither one of the programs were like, dang, that's national championship caliber, But like Billy, he has been in the stage of the college playoffs and stuff like that, and I don't know. I mean, it would be cool if you could like break down that on like maybe a future video of like where he was at what times and stuff like that. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, we talked about it a little bit today, but for 100% we're sure we will. There's a lot to do. We got a lot to. It'll probably be more in the middle of I don't know, man. That we're gonna be moving quick. I mean, we've got a lot of things to do, so we'll do the best we can, man. We'll try to move as fast as we can too. I appreciate it, buddy.
Go Gators.
All right, last call, boys, and I gotta go. I gotta hit the hay. Ricky, knock it out, baby. 60 seconds. Hit me.
What's going on?
What's up, man? I can barely hear you, Bubba.
Oh, Ricky from Columbus, Ohio. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you just kind of sound like you're like far away, but go ahead.
All right, look, a few things that I want to kind of say. I want to point out we kind of got to look at this Strickland thing. I know they kept it silent, but you got to think if these guys are big time boys paying big time money, they got insiders too. There was a report that said Lane Kiffin's wife purchased got a real estate lady last week. They obviously knew he wasn't coming, and I know we got lied to, we got duped, but they had to make a move. And business wise, I wouldn't wait for nobody to tell me no if I got other moves to make. You know what I'm saying? So I get we wanted Lane, but Lane didn't want us. We gotta get over that. Because if Lane wanted us, he would have signed the contract. He did all that lobbying last year when Billy was about to lose his job, said he wanted to be a Gator, did all that Spurrier stuff. If he really meant all that, he would have signed the contract and wouldn't have entertained LSU. It wouldn't have been no question. We lost out on him. He didn't want us.
Amen.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I agree with you.
Secondly, I want to give Sumrall a chance. You know, I know we just took Billy, but like you said, he's actually had head coaching experience. And if we got a guy that's willing to put away the ego, like the last mistake we had, then we're already moving in the right direction. Like I'm from Columbus, and I listen to all these guys talk shit about Ryan Day. Bro, we got to start appreciating our coaches sometimes because, there's not a lot of good coaches out here. So in my opinion, there's a chance for us to make a legend, and we got to see that. You got to see the perspective that not even Lane Kiffin got a chip. We crying over somebody who doesn't even have a chip. Like, we got to get over that.
Yeah.
It's anybody's game with this NIL. We just got to put the NIL money behind the program and the right coaches, like you were saying. We can't wait. We got to go beat him up and get the better assistants. If they got the better coach, we got to get the other pieces.
Amen. Great call, man. I appreciate it, man.
Other than that, I love you, man. Straight from Columbus, Ohio. I tune in as much as I can. Go Gators.
Go Gators, man. Appreciate the love, man, and enjoy it up there. Stay warm.
Yeah, I am.
All right, man. Be good. Boys and girls, great day. Great show. A lot of happens. Kiffin Files, we're going to talk about it tomorrow. We got the presser live tomorrow, 3:45. We will be there ready to rock and roll. Going to be a great time. Going to be busy. Wednesday's going to be nuts. We've got some Oregon commits coming on the show to talk about their commitment to Oregon. I know what are we doing? Listen, we're an everything show. We got our high top Oregon guy joining us, Derek. Wednesday, we're going to be live all day long. Should be chaos. Should be madness. Hopefully, Sumrall can hit the ground running, land us a big-time class. We'll see what he does. The super chats were great today. You guys were awesome. $5. Shirt idea came from the Lane Train. Got the John boat. But on the bright side, if it's a Titanic, let Strickland go down with the ship. I love the John boat idea. Let's row the boat, John. Row the boat. Watch Tulane's last press conference on some time. I really like Sumrall's demeanor. It was a great presser. I will check it out. Is this guy calling in from a cup and a string? I love the chat. Y'all be good. Be safe. Peace and love, baby.